Wow. Welcome, everybody. Episode 50. I can't believe we're already here, snagging grass and catching bass. I'm your host. Brian likes to fish. All I got to say is Newport was pretty good for a lot of people. This is going to be an exciting show, so let's get this show started.
Here from Okuma Fishing Tackle. When I'm not at one of these trade shows getting all the gear ready for you guys, I'm at home watching snagging grass and catching bass. See you out on the water.
What's up, Barry? I just noticed. I think I saw Chad. I think I saw you, dude, walking in the behind Dave when he was doing that right there. That was at the PCS show, I think, this year. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Man, we got a lot of people already in here. If you're in the chat, go ahead and type your name in chat. Say what's up or snagged or whatever you want to say in there. If you have a question, got a great show. Got Eric Bent on here tonight. He's been tearing it up at Spotty Bowl. He's going to give out some information. Can't wait to get him in here. But first of all, let's see who's in here tonight. We got David from HD Baits. Let me put this chat on here real quick. David from HD Baits. He says, good luck to y'all. What's up, David? Yeah, looks like everybody's been using those baits. Been working good. The bait that lasts. What's up, David? What? Cave Dog. What's up, Cal? How you doing, man? I know you're going down to the Apps and Taps this weekend. Hopefully you have fun down there. Anthony. Man, Anthony. What a year. Snagged. What's up, Anthony? Anthony has been tearing it up this year. Congratulations, Anthony. I want to give you a round of applause right now for having such a great season in the Weekend Warrior division. We got Rosen Fishing. Brian in the house. What's up? It's Rosen, not Rosin, right? Rosen like frozen, I think is what Chet told me. Side Pot King. See if you want any side pots this week. We got hookup baits at the house. What's up, Chad? He says, what's up, boys? Are you guys down at the hookup baits Oompa Loompa factory? Is Frank cranking out some baits right now? If you are, say yes. We got Micah in here. What's up, Micah? It says snag. What's going on? We got Cave Dag says 50. Congrats. Wait, you just turned 50, Cal? Nice. Jared says, what's up, snag? What's up? So I'm trying to pronounce this name correct because Jared's wife yelled at me that I'm not getting it correct. Breck family. If I get it right, let me know. Mel's in the house. What's up, boys? What's up? The judge. What's up? Eric, the judge is in the house. Thanks, Eric. My name. Todd Burton. Todd, man, I've been watching you on Instagram, dude. You've been out fishing for trout out in the mountains. Look like you've been on nice camping trips. Todd, TV Metal Art, makes all of our belts, the ones back here. Making the belts for this year. Thanks, Todd. Chet's in the house. Of course he is. His snag. What's up, everybody? How was your round, Chet? I know how your round was. I know how everybody's round was. Mike Brown says, what's up, everybody? I knew Mike would be in here. Some exciting news with Mike. Mike caught some pretty good fish, man. Making us all look, humbling us all. Davey Bass, man. What's up? Gives us the thumbs up. What's up, Davey? Cave Dag says, I'll be at Apps and Taps. All right, cool. Nick Livingston. What's up, Nick? Hold on a second.
Hey, my name is Nick, and on Wednesday nights, I'm watching snagging grass and catching bass.
There you are. You're on there right now, dude. Good to have you in here, Nick. Thank you. Hookup Baits says, Doug, Fernando, Matt, and I are watching Hookup Baits International. Cool. B-Dub Brett Wilson says, what's up, y'all? EB is the man. Eric Bent, he's saying I'm my guest right now. OG founder of one of the biggest saltwater bass tournament series ever. All right, give me some shout outs. Let's bring him in here in a minute. Miss those days. Okay. All right. That was correct. I finally got the name in. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in my guest tonight, and that is Eric. What's up, Eric? Thank you.
Yeah, Brian.
Man, super glad to have you on. Got a new guest on here tonight to share some new information about bait fishing. Stoked to have you on, man. First of all, if you don't know who Eric is, Eric is in the Masters division this year. You were in Masters, you were in Masters last year. So Masters this year, But you've been sitting at that #1 angler of the year seed for what, 2 weeks now, or do you just kind of dabble up there? Or?
I think it's more of a three-way share this year. It's like, gee, it's like skin of our teeth between the top three. It's crazy.
It's like you, Brett, and Cash are like up and downs, man. It's gonna come down to the final round.
I could be wrong. I was looking at some of the scores. I was geeking out on some of the numbers, and if you included, I could be wrong on this. Judge will correct me. If you included our mulligans, we're exactly a three-way tie right now.
No way. Wait,
Yeah.
if you included like your
If you
bag
included
totals
the
the whole year.
mulligans.
How is
Yeah.
that possible? You think about it, we 5 fish, right?
Yeah.
And so it always comes down to like a 1/4 inch. It's so crazy. I think there's like a point when you're a master like you, like you can get to 77, but 79's tough. 77, I mean 78's tough. 79's really tough. 80's crazy. I don't. Has anybody broke 80 this year and up there? Maybe.
Brett did, I believe, and
Brett
maybe
did.
even Cash.
Yeah, it's really hard to get to that. So I think once you've caught all your 15s and maybe a 16 or 2, and you get to that 77, 78, it's just hard to get any bigger.
I was telling my dad, I said, you're just like bumping your head against the ceiling, like that's the one, and then it's another 15. You're like, wow, that's a really good fish, but it's not going to help. You're like, crazy. How is a 15 not going to help? It's crazy.
My suggestion to anybody that's in the situation that Eric gets in, where he catches tons of 15s, is make sure you take a picture of those backup 15. Even if it's you got all 15 bags, say, and 115.5, and you get another 15. Take a backup picture just in case your mouth is open or your tail, something's not right on your photo. It's always nice to have one backup if you've caught that many big fish. You know, it's always nice to have a
especially if you're old like me and you need these. It's like in the sun, looking at it, and then you get into a better light and you look at, God, there's a little daylight between that line, and hopefully I took a better picture of it. It's crazy.
Yeah, because that 1 inch deduction can mean the difference between angler of the year and second place loser or second place last.
I tell my buddies, I said, it's like a tournament within a tournament. I mean, mad respect for the kayakers and float tubers that are actually doing that so close to the water. Because in a boat, they flop around. You got a little bit of safety net there with them. But those guys doing it right there, I mean, like I've had them like popcorn in my boat. I'm sure it's way harder in a float tube or a kayak.
Oh yeah, Brett. I don't know how he does it. I know how he does it. He sets that net on his lap, but even then, that's got to be sketchy. How many?
I mean, your hands are just shredded at the end of the day.
Yeah, us boat guys. I'm gonna say that's one of the advantages we have. We just flop it on the deck and get ready and get our hands cleaned off and get ready to take that picture. But the guy, for what I'm hearing, the Lynx is a killer kayak. It's like it's almost like a paddleboard with pedals, But from everybody I've talked to about it that fish that for Spotty, says it's super hard to measure a Spotty on the Lynx because it's like there's no depth to it at all. They just plop right out.
Yeah.
David's in here. What's up, David? I know you float from a float tube. We got David in here. Of course, we got David in here. Hold on a second here.
My name is David, and you're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
What's up, David? David from the float tube. Yeah, tell me about it. I know I don't fish from a float tube, but I can imagine it's hard enough in a boat. All right, Eric. So you've had a phenomenal year. How was it last year? You made it to the playoffs, correct?
Last year was my first year, and that was interesting because I kind of dug myself a hole in Huntington. Was our second event last year, and getting back to that whole camera, the picture taking thing. I thought I'd be a genius and catch my 5, take a picture of them, but not submit them.
Yeah.
And then wait. Okay, there's the bite's kind of slowing down. And I went underneath the bridge, got in there, in the shade. Okay, I'll submit these fish one at a time. Okay, it's a decent bag. And I get home, Judge, hey man, you submitted the same fish twice. Oh. And he's like that. I go, hey, I got one. And he goes, I know you're new, but it's like 0 tolerance. I said, totally cool. And so that like that, and I had another one with an inch penalty for an open mouth. So I was like in a 15.5-inch penalty in that tournament. So all year long, I was like, I have no chance of making the playoffs. And that was my only goal at the rest of the year, was just to make the playoffs. And I think I squeaked in on the last spot or two at the very end.
Yeah, you did. And it's nice in Spotty Bowl if you're not fishing it, you don't know much about it, but you get a mulligan. So that would have probably been your mulligan, right?
Yeah.
So you throw out your
Yes.
lowest out of
No,
7.
actually, that wasn't. I only caught 4 fish in Newport.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's transition to that. So last year you scraped her into playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And this year you've been at not a cushion, but a comfortable spot in a playoff position. You're up at the usually you've been number 1, you've been 2, 3. Like you said, you've been bouncing in between there.
Yeah.
What have you changed that went from only catching 4 fish in Newport to now catching 75, 77, 70? What's your big bag?
It's your fault. It's your fault.
What?
Because you're the one that kicked my butt in the first round of the playoffs in Marina Del Rey. And I don't remember. Like yesterday.
So is this going to turn into a revenge
Brian?
story?
And you said, "Oh, I didn't do very good." And you asked me, "How'd you do?" And I said, "Well, for me, I did great. And you said, "Do you want to total them up?" I said, "No, let's let it be a surprise." So I kind of thought I had a chance. And you said, "Hey, kick Brett's butt in Alamitos," or whatever it was, like the departing thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I got a chance. And then you had like 82 inches and I had 76. I'm like, oh man, you're killing me. I said, so that's what we're going to do? All right, I'm going to put some work in this year.
I remember that round against you.
You kicked my butt. I mean,
well,
you uncorked it.
It was I think that was my PB bag. I think it was 82 even or 82.25. It was something ridiculous.
Gosh. And we were fishing pretty close to each other most of the day.
Yeah. We were within eyesight of each other. It's as in Marina Del Rey. That's usually how you are. That place is pretty small. You're either in the back or up front, and some guys are in the middle, but
no, I'm just kidding. But it was a motivating factor. I was like, oh man.
You know what? I have a similar story because I faced Brett. Was it Brett in the playoffs? Who did I face? I faced somebody, and I got an 80-inch bag, and they got an 81-inch bag. And you go home thinking, oh yeah, I think it was Brett. Brett beat me in the playoffs. So I think wasn't that you, Brett? Of course, it was probably him. And I go home, I'm like, oh yeah, 80.25 or whatever I got. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go make it to the finals or whatever. And now I got eliminated by Brett with an 80-inch bag. So that was a hard one to swallow too. But then same as you, I was motivated last year because I won the LA last year, and I was motivated. I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm putting all my effort into Los Angeles, in the LAOC area. I did that last year. I put all my efforts up into there. I'm like, any pre-fishing I did, same thing as you. I got motivated. So sometimes you need that spark, man.
But I got to compliment you. Got everybody that's running Spotty Bowl. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. The flexibility of being able to pick not only your day but your session. It's California with everything and how expensive it is, and everybody's busy and this and that. It's a very accommodating format, and it just makes it a lot less. And then being able to start at your first spot and finish at your last spot and not have to jam to the way in or jam to your first spot. It's just fishing. And I love that.
I love what it's evolved into. And you know what I really love about it is like me and Eric meeting you and meeting all these spotty guys that are in the same stuff. I keep saying, I said this at like the last tournament. So this community is the best it's ever been. I've been fishing spotties with like Chad for 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
In my eyes, it's the best it is. The community's strong. The sponsors are all there. If you want to pick a weekend, there's besides Spotty Bowl, there's tournaments everywhere year round, pretty much. So it's strong right now, and I think that we're seeing like tackle shops and places like Fast Lane and Kayak Fishing Supply and all that are seeing the spotty community strong, and it's growing and growing and growing. So
I don't even know how I came across it, to be honest with you. I think it was your YouTube video that you did at the beginning of last season, kind of demonstrating how to measure and the whole process. I think I stumbled on that and I said, but I'd never done a catch, photograph, measure, and submit format. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. But I'll just say anybody who's thinking about doing it that's older like me, and you're kind of, I don't know about this technology and all that. It's a whole different tournament, but it's not that hard. It takes time. There's a little tricks and whatever that I'd like to know some people's tricks on how to submit these fish, but everybody's in the same boat as far as there's no way to shortcut the submissions as far as the time and doing it. So you're not at advantage or disadvantage through the submissions. It's just figure it out, and it's easy, and you don't have to lug around a bunch of fish, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, I know Eric, me, Corey, everybody, Todd, everybody appreciates the compliments. We thank you. We work hard on it and we try to make it run smooth. So I appreciate those compliments.
Take a bow, because it's much deserved. Believe me, I know.
It's not. Trust me, I'm just the dude that just to have the fun on the show. I do a lot of work.
If it all went away, where would we be? You know what I mean? Like, you guys get bummed out on it and then close it up. It's like, oh man, I missed that.
All right, let's get into some show and tell. What do you got there on your side? I see this big contraption thing. Show us what this thing is.
This is the ultimate trash
Before you
find.
say what it is, let me take a guess. It looks like it twists with a handle. I see. Looks like a line on there. Is it for feeding old line off your reel?
Your bingo. Yeah, you know what it is? It was a dumpster dive, believe it or not. And what I think it is, it's an old Dacron line dryer. With the old rock cod guys where they have to unspool their line because it would get mildew and rot when it was on there. If it stayed on your spool for too long, you get mildew and rot, it would lose its strength. So the guys would have to unwind after every rock cod trip and one turn of the handle of this thing is actually 1 yard.
Got it.
So what I'm using it for, it's been a money saver, really, is you buy I use a lot of fluorocarbon line, and I'll buy a 200-yard spool or 600, whatever it is, but I only put 50 yards on my reels. So I just count off 50 yards and then put some braid backing on, and I can get 4 Phillips out of one 200-yard spool.
Cool.
So it's really, really, and then also, I don't want to use braid this time. I'll just take the braid out. Yeah, I think you can see, there's some light braid right there, but I'll store like 5 or 6 spool ups of line on here, and rather than just trashing it, or trying to wind it on the old little spool with a drill motor. So it's cool. Nice to be able to get 4 spools of line out of one 200-yard. You got 30 yards left. I don't need that much leader, or whatever, if you're doing that. So it's kind of just something to keep in mind. And then when you're gonna really geek out, I'll take that line and lure conditioner.
And I haven't seen that for a while.
Off of that, I know. Huh?
Hold that back up.
Stuff. But I'll actually soak like a little rag, and as I'm spooling it on there, I'll just run it through a rag soaked in that stuff to clean that fluorocarbon, because that stuff's so expensive.
Yeah.
You start getting into like the Sunlines or the Tatsu Seagars and all that. It's $50-$60 a spool, or more. So that stuff really prolongs the life of it. I can get like 2 or 3 tournaments out of one, as long as I don't cut it off.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. Well, good.
Yeah, it's just something.
Good luck, guys, trying to find one of those though. That's a tough find right there. Maybe on eBay.
It's something you could make so easy. Yeah. There's nothing to it. Just make it so that I guess it's a hexagon with 6-inch sides. So 6 times 6 is 36. It's a yard per turn. So it's an easy way to count your line, and you can divide up your spools pretty easy.
Awesome, dude. That's pretty cool. Throwback. So I usually always talk to people about, everybody has like a little different fishing technique. I like the A-rig, the underspin, the slow pitch jig, stuff like that. But I notice when I see you, because when you are out on the water, usually the same day, same time, you're throwing that crankbait a lot. And I've been dying to get a crankbait guy on here to talk about crankbait fishing.
Yeah. Shoot. I got that. The whole thing I told you I'd go get. It's in the garage right now.
Go grab it. You
sure?
Yeah.
Give me a second. It's just
the chat real quick there. Go grab it. Yeah, I want to hear about this. Back. Yeah. Now, let's see who we've got in chat tonight. David says, I lost 2 good fish. They flopped off before majoring. Oh, the net technique not to be safe, huh? Yeah, float tube. I imagine that can be some heartbreakers on there. I had a heartbreaker this weekend, but everybody loses their bit. On the back of my bump board, it says, don't lose your big fish. That's always my goal, because it's just as hard to to get one, to find one, as it is sometimes to land it. Because usually when there's big fish or somewhere where they're hard to get out of, let's say. So my goal is always not to lose my big fish. And oh my gosh, I was reeling in a big one, and I got a pretty good feel of 16-inch plus fish, what they feel like. And the thing I did wrong is I had constant pressure on it, but it was running around a side. So I instantly kind of turned my rod to try to change the angle. And when I did that, of course, I let a little pressure off the tip and that thing was gone. And man, you scratch your head and you think about that the whole drive home. You're like, oh, what if I would have caught that fish? I wonder if it was a 16 or 17 or even an 18. It felt so big, and it's haunting me this whole week about that. And it was just that little mistake of letting that pressure off for just that second. So got to get better. Got to complete the catch. All right, let's see what you got here, Eric.
All right. It's an old, I'd say it's old. It's not new, but it's not old. Braided line split rings.
All right.
So with a normal split ring, right? You're just your normal metal split ring. I don't know if you can see that okay in there.
I do. Here,
You get about, let's count, you get about a half a turn and it locks up, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
If you take some braided line, 30, 65 pound, whatever you prefer, and you actually tie a loop, check this out. There's a half a turn, there's a full turn, there's another turn. So a turn and a half, I can almost get 2 full turns out of it before it locks up.
What braid are you using there? Is that like a 65 pound or something heavy?
This, I'm just using 30 for, and this is just a little, I don't know, Bill Norman deep little end. I'm just using 30-pound braid for this. I'll use 65 maybe on the wall, or maybe for the bigger, the bigger hooks. Or the bigger crankbaits. Some of the guys like those 5XDs and some of the bigger ones, maybe you use 65 on that. But I haven't had any pull the 30 open. But if you just go to YouTube and look up at braided split rings, it's the same knot. I'm not going to try to show you the knot on here but it's really simple. What you do is you just take your hook and your split ring off the crankbait hanger, throw the split ring away, and then you tie the knot between your hook and the hanger. And the whole trick is, and you'll see it because there's like a bunch of videos on how to do it. Freshwater guys have been doing it for a long time, especially on topwater. But the trick to it is, once you get the knot ready to cinch down, you put a little small screwdriver, or some people will use an Allen wrench, the inside diameter of that split ring, and I prefer to go a little bit smaller, into the knot as you cinch it down, and then that creates the loop.
Got it. So like the number 2 Phillips, you slide that in there, and that's going to be the knot is going to be that size.
The knot will be that loop. Yeah. Yeah. And you finish it off. You can do it. Yeah, you can finish it off with 2 overhand knots, but the better way is just a square knot, just right over left and left over right. Trim it. I put a drop of super glue on it. I haven't had one opening up, and I've been fishing them for 6 months or so, and I really like it. Because in Marina Del Rey last year, I had one. I went to net it. It got caught on the outside of the net, and he twisted right off of it on the outside. Jeez. And I haven't had a single fish come off this year doing that trick.
What would you say to me when you say this? To me, the advantage would be that's when you get that cast and sometimes that hook is fouled and it's just coming in cruddy, right? Is that why you're trying to prevent that?
No, it's from allowing the fish to spin, and not shake it.
Got it.
It's, how like sometimes you'll bring in a spotty or any calico or sand bass, and they kind of have one here and one here, or one here, and they wedge it off, or you go to lift and they rip it out. This will allow for them to do all that shenanigans. Gotcha. And that hook stays in place while the crankbait does whatever it wants to do.
Oh, yeah.
Because look how many times I'm turning that, but I'm holding the treble hook in the same place. You can really geek out and say, well, you're eliminating a little bit of weight, and they don't make any noise. Now they're silent, whatever. Forget, that's really picking the pepper out of the fly poop.
Yeah, but our anglers love stuff like that. Yeah, not only does it twist more, but it doesn't make any knocking, or it's smoother. Maybe the hooks swing better. We love to hear stuff like that. Say all that.
And also, how they'll use the hooks against each other when they're really pinned. He gets hooked here, and then they stretch it, and it'll open it up. A lot of times you won't open up your treble hooks as much. Because I stick with the fine wire one, whatever it comes with.
Stock.
I usually stick with the same size, same gauge and the same. Even if I upgrade, I'll stick with the same size and the same gauge, but I might go to Gami or Owner or get a better brand that was on there. But I don't, I used to go to 2X and 3X and all that stuff. And I guess maybe if you're really like a wall or somewhere where you're really catching jumbos, but for spotties, it seems like the thinner ones penetrate good. They're plenty strong if you're using the right rod. Everything's kind of happy. You're not over torquing anything.
Well, that is a crazy tip I've never heard of. I'm not a huge crankbait guy, but I see you, Brett, Cash, these top 3 Masters guys showing pictures with crankbaits, and I'm like, man, I gotta upgrade. I gotta get better at my crankbait game. And Anthony also.
I'm not by no means an expert at it. It's kind of, I like to throw the smaller ones, the smallest one I can get that dives the deepest. That I see the guys
what crankbaits are you throwing? Give us some names.
I'll show you right here. This one's the OSP Blitz. It's an EXDR. OSP Blitz EXDR. It's pretty small. I mean, look how small the profile is, but look how big the bill is.
Ooh, yeah. Was that like a 17 to 15 or something?
Yeah, 12 to 15. Yeah, but I'll throw it on 8 and 10.
Got it.
Occasionally on 12 if it's a little shallower water, but I throw straight fluoro. That getting back to that silly line winder thing.
Is that the color that you like too, like a chartreuse?
Yeah, Fire Tiger always works good. But you know what? It's day to day. They're just I don't know that one.
Bone color.
Yeah,
Pearl
these are
bones,
Japanese
like
baits, so they come out with all these trick colors, and then that one's been really good. Like kind of a bone color, but with a chartreuse green back.
Okay.
But the OSP Blitz EXDR, they're kind of pricey, but that's another reason I try to do the split ring thing so I don't lose them and torque on them.
Well, dude, that is a killer hint. So you're throwing your crankbaits. That sounds like that's your number one bait. What kind of equipment are you using? What kind of reel? What kind of rod? What are you using to throw this stuff?
It's funny. I got 3 rods here. I was using I had an old Seeker blank in my garage. I'm going to get this thing wrapped, and it was killer. And then I broke it, and I went up to Seeker.
Warranty, right? Aren't those lifetime warranty?
Yeah, they were really cool about it, and they said, "Yeah, here's the exact same one, E-glass." And it was a glass rod, but I was having kind of some problems with the backlashing on it. Like when you rode, if the wind blows in your face, and when it was to your back, all of a sudden, or you switch to a heavier bait and you were throwing a lighter one. With a fiberglass rod, you kind of get a rhythm going, and everything stays the same, everything's cool. But as soon as something changes, that warbleness, the warbliness of the fiberglass isn't very forgiving. It kind of kicks back a backlash, especially if you're using braid. So they turned me on. They said, "Have you tried one of our composite rods?" I said, "No." And they said, "Here's the same one, same length in a composite rod." And I said, "Let me check it out." And I fell in love with it. And I don't even know what it's. I think it's a 706 or so. I don't even know. But the difference is typical fiberglass. It's E-glass. The thing bends all the way to the
really
to the
parabolic.
handles. Yeah, but the composite one. Check this thing out, man. Look how and then it shuts right there. You know what I mean?
A little more fast action to it. Not fast action.
Well,
but
you've got all this glass up in the front, and then it blends into graphite, and then back here it's straight graphite. So it's almost like you have
cool.
It's like first, second, and third gear. Like there's first, second, and then even third. So it's nice.
It's you like a 10-inch, 14-inch, 17-inch.
Exactly. And so you got the tip to flick the light ones. Like that thing's real. I mean, that's almost ugly stick territory,
Yeah.
and then you got the backbone to set the hook, and then back here for whatever. And that has been killer. I love it. Some people don't like it because it's got more of a defined shutoff spot. And they like that big buggy whip thing
where they can feel it all the way to their it bends. You can feel it bending in your hand a little.
But those things can be a nightmare to cast. So that's where this comes in. You can load the tip and send it, and then you've got you're working the tip. You can still feel the bait with the tip, the vibration, and then when they hit it, or you can feel them climbing on it. It comes into the horsepower. You got to ride that spot, but
it's got some backbone. Got a question for you here, Eric. Let's see here. Micah says, Eric, do you tie straight to the crankbait split ring? So he's on top of the bill. I'm assuming he's meaning there, Eric. How do you tie to your crankbaits?
I use the split rings. Yeah.
So stock split rings, yeah.
Yeah. Here's another little deal I learned. This was trippy. You ever thrown a crankbait for a long time, and all of a sudden you just launch one, it for no reason? Like, what happened?
Right.
And if you're casting over and over again, the tip of those bills can be real sharp.
Yep.
And if that thing's coming against your line as you're sending it, you'll rub a little spot on your line. So you ever see like a speed trap or some of those? They come with that clip that sticks it out further.
Oh,
part of that is to keep the line from rubbing on the cast against the front of the bill.
Nice. I know when you guys are throwing those things, you're grinding them on the bottom a lot, and I know I've heard of the getting frays. Well, mainly in the freshwater community, we're running through the rocks and everything. They'll get frayed lines from that bill. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you just got to watch out that they don't start swinging. Some of those clips are a little bit bigger than others, and they can make the thing drift maybe a little more than you'd like it to. But just make sure it doesn't affect your action more than you'd like. I don't really use them for quick change, as much as I like to. I'll use them, especially on the breakwater, to get them away from that line tie.
So no clip, straight to the split ring.
Yes.
You were getting me excited about crankbait fishing. I'm not a crankbait guy, but
one more thing I'll say is so the third rod that I use. Oh, I had it in my hand. It's only 6'3".
Oh.
It's a 6'3". And somebody gave me this years ago. It's just a Loomis crankbait rod, but I think it's for square bills, right? It's pretty heavy action. It's rated, I don't know, what is it, 12 to 25, 3/8 to an ounce and 3/8. This thing's got some horsepower, but around the docks, you don't need a 7.5 foot, 8 foot rod when you're trying to get it between two boats or down a narrow spot. The little short rod, you can be so much more accurate. You're not trying to get maximum distance because you already got a deep diving bait and you're only going into 12 feet of water or 8 feet or whatever. Try a shorter rod. This one happens to be all graphite, but try it especially I would imagine on a float tube or a kayak. The longer that rod is, the harder, you've got to do this whole thing of getting the rod back and getting the fish out. There's no reason you have to fish that long of a rod than in short range like square bills. They usually are just casting against tree stumps or riprap banks. So I'll have that rod, but when I get into the docks and I want to be accurate, I'll use a 6'3". And
perfect. I think that's a pretty good range if anybody's looking for a first. I like the 6. I don't know. I'm right around 7 feet for my rods is where I like them. Right around 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys real quick, since we're talking about rods real quick here. Let me put this back on here. Get it back on. Just a quick difference if you're brand new to fishing. You're like, what is he talking about? Graphite, fiberglass, composite rods. What is the difference between these? And I had AI make this chart for me, but basically on top, you can see the 3 different types of rods we're talking about. Graphite, and you can see their benefits of each one. Obviously with graphite, they're the lightest weight. Or let's start with sensitivity. They're the highest sensitive one. So graphite rods are generally super expensive. You get the problem I've had with graphite rods, I don't know if you have the same problem, Eric, is if you just graze that tip, they break. They are super light, super sensitive, really nice, but they are you got to be nice to a graphite rod. You put them in rod socks, even the rod sock can break them. So they're expensive, and they're very nice. But fiberglass rods, sensitivity, they really aren't for sensitivity. If you're fishing the bottom, when he's fishing a crankbait, he's looking for the parabolicness of that. When he sets that hook, it's got treble hooks. That's usually where you use a fiberglass rod. But most of us are using the composite rods, which is just a mixture of different materials. Everybody does it a little different, but it's a mixture of different graphites and fiberglass, and it's a mixture of stuff. And they're a little heavier than the graphite. They're still sensitive. They have the fast action tips that we're looking for. So that's probably what most of us are fishing right now. Durability, like I said, graphite is the lowest as far as strength, but they are super nice, super sensitive, but super brittle. Fiberglass rods are usually indestructible. They're pretty tough. Like you were talking about, like your seeker rods. If you break one of those, it's usually because you ran over it with your truck or you slammed at your car door or something like that. You're not normally going to break one of those catching a fish. I don't know.
I think another thing to keep in mind, and this, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on it, but if you're going to throw a fiberglass rod, you kind of almost have to have that deckhand lob cast kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have to load it and release it and shoot it. And then,
Yeah.
but if you're kind of a fast fire guy, where you kind of exaggerate like the old bass guys with one hand would just whip it out. Graphite would probably be more your jam because that recovery, it goes back to straight a lot quicker. It doesn't sit there and warble and calm down. Every time that on fiberglass rod, it's doing this before it steadies itself, it's kicking that line into a backlash potentially for you. So if you're kind of a fast caster, I would recommend maybe even graphite or for sure composite. Don't even think about fiberglass. But if you like to do the two-handed load, old school kind of semi jig tosser, try the glass.
I used to watch when I used to fish with Kevin all the time on my boat. He would have a fiberglass rod with like a jig on there, OCT jig or something like that, and he would lower that thing down like 8 feet behind him, like, almost touching the water. And he would load that thing up with two hands. And man, you can get it if you get really good at casting fiberglass rods, you can launch them. But it's not. It's when you're inshore, offshore, that kind of stuff. That's where you're going to do that. Not so much in Spotty Bowl, where you're going to be launching out.
Everything kind of has to be mellow and the same. So I would imagine in a shifting little skiff or a kayak or something, one little tweak and all of a sudden it's a disaster. Damn,
Action. So generally in spotty fishing, we're using fast action rods, and that's most of the baits we use. If you're drop shotting or underspins, that type of stuff, you're using the fast action rods. But I thought I'd show you this neat little chart here. I'm going to show off my very first, since we're showing and telling, and we're kind of wrapping this up here, I'm going to show off my very first rod that wasn't like an ugly stick. You know what I mean? Like we all started with the Walmart combos or the ugly sticks. Ugly sticks.
I still got my first pistol grip.
I have a pistol grip. Oh, why don't you go grab it? Yeah, those. I want to go fish that for spotties.
Oh, dude, Lofty stole
a video.
They're so accurate. You can just dock sniper with those things. It's rad.
I know, but we've all got so used to that like extended butt ends,
Right.
on where we use like our body or we use our ribs to set hooks and stuff like that.
They're wrist breakers for sure.
If you don't know what the pistol grip is, basically it's what you exactly think of. It's just a grip, like a finger hold and your reel. There's no butt end of the rod. So it's all manpower, no leverage.
Well, forearm workout.
Yeah. All right. So I think I actually bought this at, what was the name of it back then? Sportsman something, maybe like sports, something like that. But it's this rod right here. You probably know this one. This is on all the half day boats. It is the American Series Seeker rod. Yeah. When you said you had a Seeker rod, I was like, oh, I got to bring out my old school rod. Everybody had this back in the day. You go in the half day or 3/4 day boats, or whatever, and if you rented a rod, it was one of these. And I think I rented one. I was like, oh, that feels so much better than my Walmart combo. I'm going to go out and spend $100 on a rod. And I got this.
And look, it lasted how many years?
I think I got this when I was, maybe 19 or 20. So
that's awesome.
It's ancient. And this is the reel I use. Do you remember this sucker?
Oh, is that a bait runner or
Shimano bait runner? And the reason I got it is because I go out on those half day boats and you get your live bait and it had this little lever back here, right?
Yeah.
And you kick this little lever and it would kick this thing into free spool and you just feed your live bait out there. And then
I remember going on albacore.
When it took off, it'd be screaming.
Yeah.
And you twist this handle and this thing would kick in. Man, this was the jam.
It was this only spinning reel with a free spool. Does Shimano still make those?
I don't know. I think so. I don't use live bait anymore, but back when I first started out on the half day boats, that's why I use it. So I kept.
Guys used to use those for albacore, and I went on a couple of those trips, and the guys are out there free spooling with a spinning reel and those bait runners. Like that's so cool.
Look at the handle on it. It's so funny. It worked and it was like top of the line for its time. But man, you were a man when you're fishing this thing all day. This thing is heavy.
Yeah,
it's heavy compared to what I'm fishing now, which is like feather light, like my Akuma X Series reel.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried one of these yet? Oh man, they're so nice. They're just super light. They work perfect. I use this for my slow pitch, but man, compared to what we're fishing now, it's like nothing.
Yeah, you almost have to like consciously remember to grip them because they'll just fall right out of your hand.
I want to show one more thing before.
Yeah, I got one more too.
iPods here. And that is thank you, Baits, for getting. I won one of the side pots. I won the Baits reel, and this is what I got, guys. The GOAT limited edition. It is
Wow.
sweet, red, white, and blue.
Nice.
And guess what I'm throwing? Using as a throw.
Crankbait.
No, A-rig.
Oh, the
I was wondering
A-rig.
if the Baits reel would hold up to the A-rig because A-rig is a brute. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a brute. When you set a hook with an A-rig, it's similar crankbait, but I'm using a Phoenix M1 rod. If this rod could tell stories, guys, it's been through so much. All the ceramics are missing on the eyes. It's all been repaired,
Nice.
but this thing's holding up to the A-rig, no problem. So if you guys are thinking about A-rig and you want to go all out, I know it's like a pretty expensive reel for an A-rig reel, but man, tell you
Is
what,
that like a 150, a 200 size? Or?
200 size. So
Okay, so that's
I
got
usually
some
use a
horsepower.
300 size, but it's a big 200. It's got like a deep spool on it.
Nice.
And that is it for show and tell.
Let me show one more real quick, Brian.
Oh,
Let me show one more. Hey, check it out. So, guys, if you get your plastic shredded up,
ooh, plumber's glue?
no, it's the PVC ABS cement clear. You know, who is it? 316 Lures. And he sells those little nail polish bottles.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
this
you're
is.
talking about Mend It, right?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mended is, but the stuff that Mickey sells, that's what it is. Sorry,
No way.
Mickey. Yep.
PVC glue?
It's PVC ABS, clear ABS. So if you got those shredded nice plastics, open them up, take a toothpick or a little like whatever, and just dip it in there, and it melts it back. It doesn't glue it. It doesn't harden like super glue. It melts it 100%.
I've gone through my plenty of bottles of Mend It. I know all about that stuff. Jeez, that
Home Depot ABS PVC.
okay.
Trust me, been doing it for years. Save so much money
try
using that stuff.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah, no, I go through some serious amount of baits. All right, guys. So let's get on to this. Let's get on to some. Let me exit that. Get some production going here. First of all, we got 141 people in here, guys. So if you guys could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. It's trying to grow my channel. So if you guys have anything, weekly news, I got some weekly news from the Discord this week. But if you guys had any weekly news you'd like me to share, upcoming tournaments, whatever. You got some kind of fishing get together going on. You saw something out on the bay you want to tell us about, send it to me and I'll put it on weekly news. Let's get this started. So Spotty Bowl's in full swing. San Diego, guess what, guys? You're fishing Mission Bay this weekend. How are you fishing down in our southern bays? You stick up there north, or you ever come down here?
I used to go down there quite a bit, but I was never any good at it. But I love fishing down there.
It's when Eric said he was open up an LAOC Spotty Bowl. I had never fished up there. Like I think I fished Newport once in my life before it was Spotty Bowl up there. So my very first time ever fishing Alamitos was during Spotty Bowl. Like that day was the first time I'd gone up there. I had fished SBS tournaments up there, but those are usually, we leave the bays. Back then we didn't fish for spotties that much. Sure. So I knew where they were from that series, but yeah, so I love your guys' bays up there. Let me just tell you, Newport, you guys have a gem of Newport.
It's nice to run in San Diego or have something other than 5 miles an hour locked in though down there.
Well, San Diego Bay, it's wide open, dude.
Yeah. I like to go down into the Key. I've never done really good there, but I like fishing in the Keys and even in Chula Vista Marina, just because I guess it's hard with the docks. But I always got small ones.
If you ever want to come down, let me know. Well, hop on the boat. Yeah, you guys got Mission Bay this weekend, guys. So don't forget to declare your day. We have 2 more rounds down here in San Diego. LAOC. We just finished up Newport, round 7. Fisherman Angler's Choice. Ooh, that's a tough one for me. I want to say Marina Del Rey because I've had my best bags. I did terrible this year at Marina Del Rey. It didn't turn on for me. So, and Marina Del Rey is an extra 40 miles for me. So I don't know. I think a lot of people might be leaning into Newport. I'm not sure. Alamitos, we only fished that at the beginning of the year and it was a total dud for everybody. So I don't know. Alamitos, I don't know. Have you got a favorite bait, or do you even want to say what bait you're fishing?
Honestly, I'm thinking possibly Marina Del Rey, only because I didn't do as well in Newport as I thought I would. And the fish that I was kind of targeting seemed to have kind of evaporated. And then Davies, I don't know what the deal with Alamitos is. I'm not too hip on launching out of Huntington, and running out and then going back into Davies up there, and then
Yeah.
and I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
talk about that in a second here too, but
And then
all right.
and Huntington is just it's a crapshoot every time. I love the place, but it's just it's so
no
fickle.
way. Well, I will never choose Huntington in my although I should, because if there's some miracle happens and I make the playoffs, that's round 1, so it would be like a pre-fish for it at least. But in chat, if you guys want, what bay are you thinking about doing for your choice bay? I'm leaning towards Marina Del Rey, but I'm not sure, so I'm leaning towards Newport. For me, it's either going to be Newport or Marina Del Rey, one of those two.
We should have like a ping pong thing where you spin and then you get chosen that way.
I like that kind of idea, but yeah, it makes it fun where everybody gets to choose their favorite, going into the final.
It's tough.
Dave says Newport with explanation points. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. All right, the Star Tournament kicked off. Are you involved in this yet? Have you signed up for this? Are you going to sign up for this?
I'm going to sign up for that one because I like to surf fish too. So the perch thing they opened that up. That's pretty cool.
I mean, Spotties too, 15-inch. We can get a lot of.
Yeah.
So that's started, guys. So you can sign up all the way up to the last day. So if you haven't signed up, you can go to CCA California or ccacalifornia.org. It's /star. Go to this, you register just like any other tournament, and you have the possibility to win a $32,000 boat. You can catch one fish, and you're not fishing. We're not fishing against each other on this one. We're fishing for a raffle prize or raffle tickets. Each fish counts as like just a hypothetical raffle ticket towards tons of prizes. So, but this is the grand prize right here. So,
I think that was a great deal that CCA did. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, here we go. So something I may have said on the show that wasn't correct is that you can put your, when you sign up for this, you get a measuring, I don't know what you call that thing, measuring device that they give you that shows your fish on there. And I said you could put it on the bump board and you can put it on top. You fish on a bump board and put that just in the picture. That was wrong. You have to have the fish actually on the measuring device for it to catch it. How do I know? Because I submitted to just like that picture right there, and the judge says no, everybody's got to put them on that measuring device. So I misspoke about that a couple weeks ago. Make sure that when you're taking your pictures and submitting them, the fish is actually on their measuring device, not on just your bump board with the device in the picture. So oh man, Sammy, it happened to you too. Oh no. Oh, shame. I thought he said same. Yeah, shame on me. I know. Well, whatever. I'll get some more points in there. But yeah, fish didn't count. So make sure that you take that picture correctly and submit it. How do I submit it? You go to the star, either on the app on your phone, and once you've signed up, it'll open up a little blue tab that says submit picture. Click that. Find your category right here. Is our category right here. If you're submitting Spotties, it says, oh, this is actually the youth division. So youth are also signed up for this. You can see they have different fish for different divisions. And you can see right there, it says youth spotted bay bass. You're going to click on that and submit your fish right there. It looks like Liam. Look, oh, Liam. Liam's on the board. And I think, if I'm correct, let me go over the adults here. Same thing, adults. You can see the calico and the sand bass are on the left there, and the spotties are on the right there. Oh, Sammy's got 3 points already. And you submit, just click on where you want to put that fish. And I think I'm correct on this. Green means it's been accepted, and gray means it's under review. And when they accept it, it'll turn green. So pretty simple to do. I mean, just take a picture on that measuring thing. It's got to be over 15 inches. Change screen, Brian. Correct. No code. What is he saying here?
You still got the graphic for the rod materials up.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
What? Okay, is that right?
Yep, perfect.
Huh. Well, my screen didn't show that. All right, are we correct, Gary? Let me know in chat. Are we on the correct? Did you guys miss the entire weekly news? Brian, your screen shows the rod type still. What about now?
You're good.
I'm good? Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Let me go back and show that real quick. So did you guys not see this then? Yeah, so that is the wrong way right there. Looks great now. Okay. Thanks, Nara. Appreciate that. Let me just show it one more time. That is the wrong way to submit. You got to have the fish on their measuring device. And here's our leaderboard. All right, good. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I must have not been reading the chat. All right, we got apps and taps coming up. That's part of the CCA event coming up. It's a fundraiser for the CCA. Judge has a table. It's totally sold out, but he says if you buy in, just pull up a chair. Pull up a chair to the judge's table. That is this weekend, and that is down at the, let's see here, Jimmy's Famous All-American Tavern in San Diego down here. So if you guys want to go be around some cool fishermen and support the CCA, you can go to their apps and taps. For more information, talk to the judge, or you can contact me or go right to their webpage and sign up, buy your tickets. I think that still tickets are available. And they always have a huge, have you ever been to one of these?
I have not.
They usually have like multiple tables of raffle prizes too that they give out. Some really good stuff too. So I think there's like vacations they give away sometimes, and obviously a lot of fishing gear. Nice. All right, let's get to this news. You hinted on this a little earlier. The Davies Boats launch ramp facility is under a massive $8.8 million city-led overhaul. Have you been down there lately?
I have not.
So there's a picture of it. If you guys have never been to Davies, it's pretty rough. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's pretty rough. But anyway, so the entire facility, including the boat launch ramp, the 179 spaces, the restroom is completely off limits to the public right now. The project is expected to be completed early 2027. We'll see.
Is that going to be in time for the Olympics?
Okay, well, that's exactly what you're hitting to. Why do you think they're doing this? Why is it closed? The project aims to modernize this. It's 60 years old. 60-year-old facility that served. Guess how many boaters went there in 2025? How many boats do you think launched out of there? 2025, the whole year. Take a guess.
200,000.
No. Way 28,000. I thought you were going to say like 12,000. 28,000 boats have launched out of there.
I would have thought a lot more than that.
Jeez, what is that? 100 a day would be what, 35,000? So I mean,
yeah, I guess in a year, yeah, you're right.
That sounds like a lot. All right, $28,000, and this and to prepare this, I don't know what they're doing down there. Prepare the Long Beach's shoreline for the 2028 Olympic Games. So I don't know. Are they having events there? I guess they could. If that's some kind of rowing event or something, huh?
Marine Stadium, maybe.
Yeah. So obviously they're putting money into that to make the city look good for the Olympics. What are they going to rebuild? They're going to rebuild that launch ramp. So that launch ramp right there, if you've ever launched, you've launched out of that. It's got like it just cuts off. So don't back in too far, guys, at low tide. And it's kind of potholy. It's still not that bad, though. I don't think it's too bad.
Nah.
Brand new amenities include a dedicated fish cleaning station, upgraded boat wash station. I like that. And a new waste disposal center. So new wash station. That's cool. That's one thing we don't have in San Diego is our bays don't have, I think Oceanside might, but San Diego and Mission don't have a boat wash station, which I love that you guys have those up there.
Yeah, that's nice. But then everybody's charging now. It's like Newport, I think it's
$4.
$4 for 15 minutes.
$4. I just did it. $4. You know what? In San Diego, I would pay that because to get it washed and all hosed off, flush my motor, wash the trailer, and then by the time I get home to put it away, it's all dry because the dryer home dried it off, wind dried it. So I love having that down there. Right? Yeah, I'd pay $4 to do it. I know it's pricey, but I'd pay it. Infrastructure upgrades, the parking lot, new pavement. The whole parking lot's getting new pavement. New electric vehicle charging station. Don't see a lot of those down there, but I guess we might start seeing some trucks, electric trucks down there. Modern lighting, new electrical system. New restrooms, and Mike Brown posted something on our Discord showing the bathroom's been destroyed. It's gone. They've demoed it. It's history, which is pretty good because that bathroom was pretty rough, man. I know a lot of you guys may have been going into that women's bathroom. It was a little bit cleaner. So
it wasn't very user friendly.
Bathroom rough at 3 a.m. Question: can you legally fish that stretch from the shore? Oops. Well, let me go back to that. That stretch from the shore, you talking about Marine Stadium? I think for some reason, I think we've discussed this on the show before, and a lot of the consensus is in the morning you can, but if there's any events going on and there's like a time period, I'm not exact sure. Do you know the rules of Marine Stadium? I really never fish in there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to fish. Maybe from shore, maybe at certain hours, but definitely not from a boat or float tube or kayak in there. But I don't
Yeah,
know about in the off hours either, you know.
any of you
So
guys that know the rules, put them in the chat. I'm not 100% sure on it. For some
yeah,
reason, I thought I heard up to 8 a.m. And if there's any events in there, you can never fish in there. But I could totally be wrong. I'm not sure on that. But it's Marine Stadium.
yeah, it's
Thanks for the question.
counterclockwise in your boat. You know, somebody trying to go against the grain. I've seen them light them up for that.
Yeah. And usually they just, if I imagine if you're fishing in there, they just explain the rules. If you're not allowed, I'm not exactly sure on Marine Stadium.
Yeah. But I think at the launch ramp you're allowed to, right? Like in that area, are you allowed to fish?
I'm sorry. Any information I would be giving out would just be a guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Your best
same
bet is to
here.
go online and figure that out. I'm not sure. I wish I knew the answer. There it is. I think that's a picture of the bathroom demolished. It's gone. All you guys, all your memories of that bathroom, it's all gone. It's history.
All your memories.
The rushing to get in there, man. No, whatever. We're not going to get gross. But anyway, so that's nice. We're going to get a new facility down there. It's going to take about a year. And I was on chat, I was saying, where do we launch? And I guess directly across, there's Marine Stadium launch ramp, which is directly across and a little further up by the bridge right there. You can launch a boat there, but they've got no dock to tie off to. So it's kind of complicated. Brett says you launch your boat there and then you go tie it on the original dock. But I think that dock, Brett, might be getting demoed. I'm not sure. And then walk across the bridge. That's a journey though. So I don't know.
Just beach it.
Yeah, you could just beach it. It's gonna be difficult for the boaters, I think, though. It's gonna be. We got. They said beginning 2007. So what we got about 8 months probably or so. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get a new facility out of it. So looking for that. And here we go. Some more news. 13 of the 28 bathrooms in Mission Bay Park are slated for closure. What? No, that is terrible news. Under the city of San Diego's fiscal year 2027, they're closing in our Mission Bay 13 of the 28 public restrooms. They're doing this for cost saving measures. Obviously, Todd Gloria aims to save roughly $1.2 million by shutting these bathrooms down. How does it cost $1.2 million to maintain for a year 13 bathrooms? Can you explain that to me, Eric? I have no. I think I can do it for 1.1. I think for 1.1, I'll maintain it. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah. So Mission Bay, we're going to lose a lot of our bathrooms. I don't know if they're just going to be locking them up, but those bathrooms are actually pretty rough anyway. But usually when you step into the Mission Bay bathrooms, they're pretty rough. I don't know how your guys' bathrooms are up there, but ours are getting used. So a lot of times you knock on the door, you walk in there, and there's somebody like been sleeping in there and living in there. Yeah. Say that.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that are going to be closed, North De Anza, I'm not going to list all these. One at Hospitality Point, how could they shut that one down? South Crown Point, and I think when they have like a private bathroom ones, I think they're shutting down, like if there's 8 bathrooms, they're going to shut down 4 of them. They're shutting down half of them.
Gotcha.
Vacation Island, they're shutting that one down. North Carolina, community feedback sanitation is going to be the problem. So when people don't have a bathroom to go to, and you're a dude, and you got to go, and you're in the park, unfortunately, dude, I think that people are going to be using the park now as a bathroom. So I don't think this is a good idea in my mind. I think we should definitely have bathrooms for people to use, especially it's a city park. Right. Why would we not want to have bathrooms? As many as possible. So I know we only have so much money, but that's a bummer. And here's a list of here's a image of the bathrooms that they're shutting down. I'm going to go through this a little quick. That's a gross picture. But let's get to some fun news. Here's a Brecht family dog, Willie. Let's go. Our new mascot for the show.
Nice.
Sent me in this picture. Said, "Would you put this dog on?" It's One Eye. It's One Eye Willie. There it is, Jared. There it is. Cash, Gretchen. There you go.
Is that a Labrador?
I have no idea what kind of dog it is. Looks like a small dog. Maybe a lab with one eye. I don't know. What's One Eye Willie?
I can't see it. The screen's so small. That's rad.
And are you guys ready to get to some results here? Let's go. All right, side pots. How you doing on side pots this year? Got any?
Oof, not too many. I think the lateral vision one, that's been really cool.
Have you cashed any in yet, or are you saving them like me? I think I have like 6 of those now, and I'm gonna try to save Nick some money. I'm gonna cash them all in at once, so it's always
Same
one
here.
shipping thing.
Yeah.
You're doing the
I
same
think I
thing?
just got a couple, 2 or 3, I think, but I think that's really cool of Nick to do that.
Watch out, Nick. I think when Spotty Bowl's over, you're gonna all these guys that have been holding them are gonna be putting in their orders. Thank you. Yeah, it's super cool he did that. Brett says no. The original dock, there's one right across the way. Marine Stadium launcher up like 300 feet. Okay, so there's one close right there. All right, maybe it won't be as big deal as I think, but I do like fishing that Alameda sometimes. All right, let's get on some side pots here. We all know how to submit them now. Make sure you guys read the rules. A lot of rules to some of these side pots. And submit them in the correct places. If you don't submit these, you won't win them. So remember to submit. Todd, thank you so much for the belts. I'm going to go fast here. Todd is making our new belts. Man, I hope you get one of those this year, Eric. I'll be cheering for you, man. We need some new champions. The Masters divisions had like, what, 3 champions? Chad, me. No, 4 champions. Yeah, so we need a new blood in there. This is your year, man. Do it.
It'd be nice, but that's the comps. Woo! Those boys can fish.
Yeah, there's some sticks out there.
Man.
And he's working hard on these. Todd, I appreciate you, man. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Everybody thank Todd for making us these sweet belts. If you get to earn and win one of these, it's a nice, it's better than a trophy. You know what I mean? It's like something handmade, something you can only get in Spotty Bowl.
Yeah, those are so cool.
Everybody thank the judge. Judge, thank you so much. Judging all the fish. It's a lot of work, I know, because I'm there with him, and he sends me all the results, and he gets them to me by Monday night, usually, or Tuesday night for sure, because I've got to put all this together, and it takes me about 6 hours. So, Judge, I'm always on. I'm like, I need it. And,
you got to get the judge on for a Q&A session sometime.
Yeah, Judge. Why don't you come on?
You know, I like, what is the biggest penalty you've ever handed down? You know what I mean?
Well, back in the day, it used to, for an open mouth or like a penalty was 2 inches. Oh. And we thought that was too dramatic, so he lowered it to 1 inch. But I think the biggest penalty would be a disqualified fish for some reason. I don't know.
Well, that's me for fish submitting the same one twice last year.
I think probably one of the worst stories I heard was Davey Brown's. He saved all his fish to submit at the end of the day, and he submitted them all at like a 107 or something like that. So none of his whole back didn't count. Oh, Dave, hate to rub salt in the wound, but that was a bad one. Judge, you're the best, man. Thank you.
He's awesome.
Ramona Automotive, all the cash side pots are donated by Ramona Automotive. Longest from shore. Good luck beating that one, guys. Daniel holding that down, 1775. That's going to be a tough one. Crankbait. Name that crankbait. You're a crankbait guy. You see it?
I would just guess I can barely see it, but maybe a 5XD. I don't know.
Maybe. Frank Santiago, 1825. Biggest fish ever caught in Spotty Bowl right there. We've had a few 18s, but 1825, that's a beast right there. 3.11 pounds.
Gosh.
Shortest spotty, of course, Brian Rosin, 3.5. Side pot king kicking in. That's
so cool what he's doing with those little ones. That's so rad.
Is that a sabiki you got that on? That's kind of Brian again. Gotta know what he caught. What'd you catch that on, Brian? How? Probably like sometimes I get really nothing that small, but slow pitch jigs will sometimes get those small guys, like a 10 gram or something. Alex Norton, we had him on last show. I think he said he used some kind of trout bait to get that, a tiny trout hook. Opal eye, orange. Yep.
Little crappie jig.
Kenneth, has nobody caught another barracuda all season? What is going on? That seems like it should have been broke. This was set in session 1, 24.75. I know you guys can beat that, but maybe nobody wants to measure a barracuda. Maybe that's the reason. $100. Come on, man. I know you get barracudas. Where's your barracuda at, Eric?
I haven't caught one this year.
No way. Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe down in San Diego we got him. Trout rod. Brian says he caught it on a trout rod, super small jig. All right. Longest halibut, 29.5. And remember, guys, if you want to beat this, you got to have a bump board or a tape measure or something, because most of our bump boards are either 26 or 30 inches. So it never hurts to carry your bump board with a tape measure, just in case you get like a 36 incher, so we can verify it that it's that long. Ron Lee with the longest sheephead took that away from Frank. Best promo video, we got a bunch of those. We're going to be judging those at the end of the year. The best one will get $200 at the award ceremony. That's pretty good. Pretty good right there. Bates Reels. Thank you, Bates. They're donating tons of reels to us. I know all you guys that get these love these, so they're awesome reels. Angler of the year. That could be you. Angler of the year with the longest sum. I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on Anthony too and Weekend Warriors. He's doing pretty good. You never know. That'd be awesome if a Weekend Warrior threw you guys out of there.
That would be killer.
I don't know. We'll see. Longest sum of the year, basically, in all the divisions, San Diego and LA will get.
Oh, really? Everybody, huh?
Everybody. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
I haven't compared San
one.
Diego to LA. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. Usually LA has slightly bigger bags, but I know Chad down here has been doing pretty good, so I'm sure he has some big ones. And the longest bag during the playoffs will also qualify to get one. And 17-inch Spotty will get you one. And do we have a 17-inch Spotty? What do you think?
I'm going to say so.
And the winner of the very last free Bates reel for 17 is Mike Brown. Let's go, Mike.
Wow, nice.
You did it. Wait a minute. I see his name on there twice. Mike Brown, too. Wow. Catching himself an 18-incher. We're going to show that fish off a little bit in a little bit here, so you can see. It's on the very bottom, but super small right there. So all the 17s are gone. I know there's a lot of heartbreakers out there, you guys, that caught 17s but forgot the code or something was wrong with the picture they got. And I know when it comes to a $400 fishing reel, Judge is really particular, making sure everything's perfect on those. So there were some heartbreakers, but they're all gone, guys.
Congratulations, winners.
Congratulations.
That's for sure.
Everybody got one of those. If you enter the Star Tournament and Spotty Bowl, we're going to be raffling off 2 Blackstone grills donated by the CCA at the award ceremony. So if you're automatically in Spotty Bowl and you enter the Star, somebody's going to win one of those from LA, and somebody's in San Diego is going to win one. Cool baits underspins. How's your cool bait game? Spectacular, right? Huh?
I dig them. They're so versatile.
Yeah, they're perfect for fishing the bay. It's got the hook on the top. It's got flash. You know, it's a nice, they've got a ball bearing swivel where that blade, even at a very slow speed, turns really nice. It's the one thing that kind of stands out with that underspin, but I've been fishing these forever. I've been part of their team. Definitely give them a thumbs up.
Yeah, they're good.
100 baits, $100 for any of the 3 bass 24/7. And we have a new leader, Cash. Looks like you got it on the A rig, a 15.75. So nice job, Cash. You're currently leading that.
Nice.
1 round left. So Cash could be a $100 gift card to Cool Baits. Fish Lab products. I'm representing my Fish Lab right here. Got my Fish Lab guys. So you get 40% off. And guess what? I got 40% off on hoodie. Get like a $50 hoodie for like $25 or whatever. I don't know, good amount, maybe $29, whatever it is. But yeah, you get all the stuff on Fish Labs. They got all kinds of stuff. They got apparel, backpacks. They've got obviously all the baits we use. But yeah, take advantage of that. The code, I can't give it out on the show, but if you're in Spotty Bowl, the code is in our actual Discord, Spotty Bowl Discord. And the season-long leader, Daniel. Let's go, Daniel.
Nice.
Looks like he may have got it on a cool bait. I can't see the... I think that, and he's got the what's the name of that series on there, Dave? I know the name of that. I think it's Tennessee Shad is that color right there. But check out those swim baits. They work perfect on the cool bait because they've got that narrow profile. Oh, Daniel, Fish RX. What's up, Daniel? You in chat right now? Check out his show on Tuesday nights. Time on the Water. Watched it last night. Longest Spotty caught on it. And it's $50. And Brian, let's go.
Nice one.
Oh, dude, check out what he got it on. He got it on the dragon tail.
Nice.
That's a cool bait. I have that bait. I try to use that for sand bass in like deep water, but it's like a cool, it's exactly what it sounds like, dragon tail. So, dang, got a big Spotty on that. I'm going to try that one out a little more. Nice job, Brian. 14.75. Gamakatsu, have you won this yet? No, because the only person that wins this is Cash. Somehow I weaseled one in this year, but I think Cash, if he stacked up all his Gamakatsu boxes, it's almost to his chin. He's trying to get it just above his head, but it's almost to his chin.
He's going to be selling them on eBay pretty quick.
I don't know what he's doing with them all. And the winner, let's go, Cash. 16.25. Oh, looks like he got it. He's got the Gamakatsu braid cutters in there. He's probably got about 20 pairs of those. And looks like he got it on a white, maybe pearl crankbait. Shop Cash. HD Baits, the Baits Laughs. What's up, Dave? I know you're always in chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Always handing out tons of baits to our spotty bowlers. Got some new high-def pictures of his baits right here.
Those are nice.
Longest spotty and Halloween's got a bunch of and $50 prize package. Davey Brown, let's go. Davey Brown, you've won yourself $50 prize package of HD Baits. Contact Corey. He'll let you know how to get them. No entry for shortest spotty. That seems like that's the easiest one to catch. Any spotties would be the shortest spotty. Any spotty would be the shortest if you caught one on an HD bait. It starts out at something, right? And same with the longest. If no, whatever fish is submitted, that would be start out as the longest. Longest halibut, nobody got a halibut on one, so nobody claimed that. And longest other, nobody got that. So Davey Brown, you got the only HD bait $50 prize package. Congratulations. Hookup Baits is in the house. What's up? What's going on in the factory right now? How's your hookup bait game? Non-existent. Wait, did you?
I haven't thrown them.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're pretty.
But you know what's funny is Chad was really, I think, God, this is going way back. I used to fish on the Nautilus at a Newport Landing, and the guy was Crappie John. And I mentioned that to Chad one time, and he's like, "You knew Crappie John?" And I think that's where Chad got the inspiration from those baits, is they were like a finger jig, and guys were using them like an 8 and 10 pound. This was back in the late 80s. And then he came out with these things, and everybody's just smoking them on those. But I mentioned it to him one time. He's like, "John Beal from Cathedral City? Yeah, that was my idol growing up." And so I think he got inspiration from, but it didn't look anything like his bait. Like it was kind of a standard tube jig with the tentacles. And,
so are you insinuating that you're the person that gave Chad the motivation to make these?
No, not he already had them. He already was launching them, but we met.
Gotcha.
And I
you should have changed your story and said you were the one that gave him the motivation.
No, but I think his inspiration, and those things would just get smoked on the half-day boats. They'd sell them by the box full. It's it's a similar deal, but these were obviously more effective, you know.
Cool. He says, Mike Brown says, "I got that 18-inch on the Tom Slayer. Let's go, Mike." Hookup Baits, no entries. 5 fish longest bag. What? Can't believe you guys. So you must have forgot to submit. So no entries on the 5. And for the season long, guess what? Mike Brown. Wait a minute, Mike. Did you upgrade that to your 18? Did you submit that? Mike Brown's holding it to the 15.75. You must have. Dude, did you forget to put your 18 in there with a picture? Dang. Anyway, you're still leading it, Mike, with 15.75. Chad says he remembers that. It says John was my mentor. There you go.
That's rad. That's rad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those things were. Yeah, that's going way back. You know, it's cool.
That is cool. JK Bates, man, I'm surprised you haven't submitted for one of these yet. Have you won one of these yet?
I would have if I would have remembered to do it. You know, like you throw one. Oh man, I forgot to do the JKB Bates. Oh, I've done that like 3 or 4 times, and it would have probably been a tie or a close one. Nothing giant, but
next round, Eric, submit it. I want to read your name. You've won one of these. All right. Longest spotty caught on a crankbait. Doesn't have to be one of his, but if you did, you're going to win a free crankbait from JKB, custom painted baits. And that winner is, gosh, man.
Nice.
I think Cash just knows how to maneuver all these side pots, and he catches big fish. That helps too. But 16.25, congratulations, Cash. I don't know how many you've got those. Cash, you're gonna have to come on the show and show off all the baits that you've got that have been custom painted. I want Cash. I want you to come on with a table of everything you've won this year and just show us the mountain of stuff that you've got. Is it in your bedroom? Is it in the garage? Where are you keeping all this stuff?
He must be really cool as ice on the water, because like I get a good one, and the last thing I think about is like I could tattoo reminders on myself and I'd still forget to take the pictures, you know?
Most of these you have up to 4 hours after your session. So as long as you remember to put the bait in the picture.
That's where I blow it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure all of them are that way, but I know some of them. Go into the room.
I even went out and bought those ceramic Gamakatsu cutters just for that, and I forgot to do it with those.
See, that's all you have to have in the pictures, that.
Yeah, those things, I love those things. Those cutters are great.
Yeah, they are. $250 for the longest of the season on a crankbait, and Daniel's leading that at 17.75. Mike says, I forgot the picture. Oh, you forgot to submit the 18. You're still leading it, but that 18 would have been That would have cinched it up. Kayak Fishing Supply, new sponsor to us this year. They're down here in San Diego on Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Go in there and check them out. I know Chad gets all his like riggings done and everything done down there. And I've seen his kayaks, and I've seen Mark's also at the PCS show. And these guys really know what they're doing. It's customizing kayaks and making them really nice. So go check them out. And they are giving away $100 for longest trifecta. And your winner, oops. Let's go, Brian. Brian redeeming himself as a side pot king here. That's a $100 gift card to the Kayak Fishing Supply. So right on, Brian. I think that might be 2 that he's won down there.
That's a bag, 18-inch sand bass and a 16-inch spotty.
Yeah, nice. Not a bad bag right there. I think it totaled, if I remember, 43 inches, maybe 47. I don't remember what the total was. It's in Discord though. That's where you get all the official stuff from. Yeah, so congratulations, Brian, $100 gift card. Lateral Vision, we talked about this earlier. They got some killer clothes, killer hats, killer hoodies, and make sure you're not just winning and getting all this, that you're going on there and maybe supporting Lateral Vision also, because they're supporting Spotty Bowl. Buy yourself some nice clothes, and they got killer shirts, and they've got a ton of freshwater stuff like we like, spotted bay bass, and just cool gear like you see on that top up there, the 7-Eleven style t-shirts. Really killer. It's like some retro throwback. So make sure you support them. 71-inch bag. If you got one this year, you automatically get one of the, oh man, where's my picture of the, I don't have it on here, of the exclusive one to Spotty Bowler. So you automatically get one that's auto entry. 16-inch Spotty. Did you submit one, Eric? Let's find out.
I did. Not this year though. I mean, not this event.
Not this time. So
Nope.
16-inch Spotties, the winners for 16-inch plus Spotties that actually submitted it. Nick Levinson, let's go. Chet, Daniel, and Jared. You're all got yourself a, let's see what you win. A hat or a shirt and a 30% off disc code for the entire year. And Fast 14, did you get a Fast 14?
Not this time.
The winners are Jared, Brett, Jared, Chet, Mike, and Brian, of course. All have got the Fast 14 is if you catch a legal size bass within the first half hour and submit it, then you'll also get the same prize, which is a hat, t-shirt, and a 30% off disc code.
I think I had a Fast 10.
I'm just curious. If you get a Fast 10, do you picture it and submit it?
I did.
I always, my first 5, I don't care what they are. If I catch 5 8s, you never know.
I'm just waiting for the day I don't do it. It'll be the kiss of death. I'll only catch 4 for the rest of the day. I
keep talking about Brett, but last year, Alamedo's first round, I think, Brett had like a good bag, but he only got 4 fish, and it's because he said he threw back his first fish because it was only a 13, and if he would have kept that 13, it would have been a top 5 or something like that. But I always log your first 5 and then call them out, as you go out throughout the day. But yeah, you never know.
I keep a little notepad once I get 5. So I can look down and see what my smallest is rather than having to pick up the phone and scroll to see what my
exact same way. I write them down as I go, and then I cross it out as I replace them. That's a good way to do it. That way you're not wasting time submitting fish that are smaller than they are in your bag. But like I said earlier,
if you're in a kayak or something, you could probably just do it with a grease pencil on the side of your kayak and then wipe it off when you get home.
Dry erase marker. Yeah, you can do that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But always have a backup fish too. So if you catch 6 fish, it doesn't hurt to have a backup fish. One Cool Tuna's at the house. What's up, Jeff? Are you here right now? Let's see.
Hey there, this is Jeff with One Cool Tuna. You're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
I hope you're watching. What's up, Jeff? Hope to see you down here soon. Go to Jeff's webpage, onecooltuna.com, and you can get some free line labels and some free stickers. I got mine this year. Sent me 2 packages of those line labels, a bunch of Spotty Bowl stickers, some One Cool Tuna, that American flag one. I got that on my boat right now, my kayak, I mean. But go on his webpage and you get those line labels. If you don't know what those line labels are, they go on the side of your reel, and it's a nice little foil sticker that sticks on there and tells you exactly what size braid. So many times we have the 3 of the same reel or something like that, or we forget what we got on there. And I got 20-pound braid on there. Now I know. I got a little sticker shows me. Longest halibut, we got a winner, Chuck. $25 gift card for OCT 21.5. That is a nice picture too. Good job, man. 21.5-inch halibut. You've won yourself a $25 gift card. Contact Corey. And for the season-long leader, we got Ricardo still with the 25.5.
God, those are nice.
That thing looks like fatter than it should be longer. I don't know. That doesn't look like wider.
Yeah, looked like a flounder or like one of those turbots, but jumbo.
How many times with a crankbait have you hooked into a halibut and you're like, oh, it's a big one, big one, big one, big one. And then like halfway through, you know how a halibut fights. You're like, oh, it's a halibut.
So many times.
It's not a disappointment when you're in Spotty Bowl and you get such a big tug like that and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I got the world record spotty on here. And then all of a sudden it kind of feels funny, like it's just gliding up. You're like, oh, wait a minute. This isn't a spotty. A head shake here.
The sketchy thing is getting the treble hooks out of them.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Oh.
Yeah, big halibuts have that intimidating looking teeth and that intimidating mouth.
Oh, it's like scissors going sideways with the geez.
Yeah. And then they're flopping around. All right, Kuma is giving away to the Spotty Bowl champions Rockaway. Rockaway 2500 SI reels to everybody that's a championship. So if you win a belt, you're gonna get a belt, and I'm gonna at the same time I hand you that belt, I'm gonna hand you one of these reels. So thank you, Akuma, for donating those. I've heard good reviews for these, so perfect for spotty fishing. Reaper slow pitch jig. Do you have any slow pitch jig game?
I don't, but I have a couple.
Let me tell you, you're used to throwing baits hard and reeling in crankbaits, which is like a lot of work. When you want to just relax, a slow pitch jig is really nice. It's literally,
you know, I tried that in Huntington one time, and I got frustrated, and I just chucked it over my shoulder behind, and I catch like a nice halibut out in the middle of the channel. I was like,
sometimes when I'm fishing like the docks, like you're talking about,
yeah,
and I'm frustrated. I'm like, whatever. Let's see what's out in the middle, and I'll just chuck in random no man's land. You know what I mean? Like, turn around, and that's. Sometimes that's where they're at. They've left out there and they're out in the grass. They're sucking up some razor clams or something. They may not be in their little huddle home, especially like slack tide or something. Sometimes, guys, if they're not in the dock, turn around. Maybe they're right behind you. Maybe they're out in the middle of the channel. You never know.
Yeah, I just need somebody to show me how to fish those things because
I'll tell you how to fish it. Get a really smooth either bait caster. It's got to be really smooth, like a bait, something that comes off like smooth. Or a slight easier way is a lightweight spinning reel. Find a structure, drop it. That's it.
Huh.
If you want, when it hits the bottom, tap it maybe a few times like Sammy does, and then reel it in. And if nothing's
Are you
there,
watching the line where does the line go?
Oh, it ticks. Yeah,
okay.
They always get hit almost 90% on the fall. So
and you see the line jump.
With a bait caster, you'll see the line all of a sudden just stop.
Oh wow!
And maybe the line catches up. And you click and set. And same with the spinning reel. You'll see the line jump or just stop falling.
Yeah.
It's a relaxing way to fish. Let me tell you, Eric. No casting, just pitching. Did you pitch?
A lot of guys do it.
Oh yeah. Check out the slow pitch jig, Reaper, Submission Fisher Co. Both awesome jigs. And the winner, Jared, let's go. He's the other Bretch that we got to watch out for. He's won this, I think, every time, but maybe once in San Diego and in LA. So congratulations, Jared. Hope I explained how to slow pitch jig. I think he's the master at it.
Yeah, that's cool.
How's it going, everybody? It's going pretty good, Joe. How are you going? I'm going to go through the chat here real quick. If you have any questions, make sure you type them in there. A 19-inch fish. Think it's going to be caught this year? We got, one more round? 2 in San Diego?
I don't know, man. That's a jumbo.
I know a lot of people have claimed it, but during the tournament, we've done, I think this is year 6, and we still haven't seen one. 6 years, Eric. You think 6 years with all these spotty anglers combing all these bays, somebody would have got one.
Probably not that many live to be that long. You know what I mean?
I would think so. I did a whole show on that, and like for a fish to get legal size, it takes about 12 years. So they not only can they have to avoid diseases and sea lions and predators and anglers messing with them, but they have to just live that long to get that big. Unless you're like a freak, got some kind of Andre the Giant itis or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I had the world record holder on the old show like a few years ago, and he said it was 23 inches long, almost a 5-pounder.
So it'll probably get broken at some point.
Would somebody please catch a 19-inch fish? Please.
I would say
we got a question here. Has there ever been an 18.5 not in Spotty Bowl? Not in Spotty Bowl. Biggest fish that's ever been caught was by the most famous man in fishing, Frank, 1825. We had a handful of 18s caught, including one this weekend, but no 18.5s yet. We probably had him break off, right? That's what I'm thinking. We've probably hooked into him and lost him. Submission Fish Co. Jig. I just talked to Muto this weekend. What's up, Muto? Muto's getting close to having his first baby boy. He's got a daughter, but he's got a boy on the way, so it's almost there. Muto, hope you're watching. Muto up in Florida. Submission Fish Co. Jigs. That's Sammy right there. And your winner of Submission Fish Co. for the longest spotty on a jig, Nara. What? Let's go, Nara. Nice, dude. I think that might be your first.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nara Bro. I've been watching Snagging Grass, Catching Bass while drinking a michelada.
Yeah, let's go. 1325, Nara, congratulations, dude. Cock and Corey will let you know how you can order up some $50 worth of Submission Fishing Code jigs. Congratulations, Nara.
That's
and we do
Sammy's cousin?
That is, yes.
Cool,
Yes, that is
cool.
a fun posse to hang out with.
Right on.
Yak Attack, brand new sponsor. Thank you, Yak Attack. $50 gift card at their website for, I think it's longest spotty with a Yak Attack product in the picture. Yak Attack makes awesome stuff. If you have a kayak and you're looking for the famous box, the black box, that's awesome. I just got that flag you see on the far right, but they've got some killer products. Check out their webpage. And the winner of the Yak Attack $50 gift card. Let's go, Anthony. I think I saw you earlier in chat. Let's go, Anthony. Somebody somehow beat out the Bretches. How'd that even happen? But Anthony with a 16.5, and he's got something Yak Attack. I see something in there. What is that? Oh, he's got the bump board. That's what it is. The Yak Attack bump board. Sweet deal. Congratulations, Anthony. You won yourself a $50 gift card to Yak Attack. Contact Corey.
Nice.
Let's see. Somebody's talking about 19 in here. The 19-inch Spotties is in the Mission Bay man-made pond. Oh, all right.
The Barefoot Bar?
I feel so bad for those. I'd like to go in there with a net and release all those. If you guys ever been to the Barefoot Bar, there's like yellowtail, and the Spotties are big in there, and they're like super round. Like they haven't.
Yeah, same with the calicos. Look like blimps.
Last time I was there, they have like these wires going across to keep the birds out of there, and somebody had casted in there. There's a fluke wrapped around the Aaron Kruger. Was that you? Just kidding, Eric. Somebody has done that. Somebody's gone in there. Yeah, and the bad thing would be is if you hooked into one of those yellowtails, something trying to get a spotty and then it hits the water, you're probably gonna hook into those yellowtails, and that would be a horrible fight at the Barefoot Bar. All right. And that is it for Side Pots. Are you ready for the main event here?
Stash. You're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass with Brian Likes to Fish, baby. Let's go.
One of my favorite people in the spotty community. I love that guy. What's up, Chet?
That never gets old.
That whole posse is so much fun to be around.
That never gets old.
No. All right, you ready for some results? I know you fished up here, so let me get these on the
let's
screen
get
here.
it over with.
Hold on a second here. Let's see if I get it. All right. Is that the right screen? Are you guys seeing the word results on there? Is that right? You see it?
Yeah.
I'll make sure and hang out, guys. We got Spotty Bowl Biggins after this, and they'll show every fish over 15 inches. So hang out after the results. But here we go. The results time. All right. We got 3 divisions up there. Hopefully we'll get it big enough to we have a pro division up there. I feel like LA's pretty darn close to getting a pro division. In San Diego, we've added a pro division because it started a few more years ago, so it's got a few years under it. We got a lot more people down here in San Diego fishing it. But all right, first up, shore division. How's your shore game? I always ask this.
Yeah, I fish on the beach, but not so much for spotties. So I've been doing it a little bit, but mediocre to not.
I want to encourage anybody that's fishing a division, if they have the time, to also fish a shore division, because you have 7 days to choose your time slot for the shore division. So you got Monday to Sunday. And it's a lot of fun, man. And you learn a lot fishing from shore.
I should try that.
You learn how to fish a lot of angles because shore, there's only so many places you can get angles from. So I think you should. The shore division down in LA is growing. We'd like it to grow bigger. I think we've only got like 8 people in it this year. I think we've got like 20 down in the San Diego. So the shore division is definitely the smallest division, but it's growing. And you shore pounders out there, it's a lot of fun. You guys definitely try it, and it's a really lenient schedule. You got 7 days to choose from, and you also have 3 different time periods to choose from. All right, coming in 8th place and 7th place, Guillermo. I don't think he's fishing this year. I think he's out. He was a contender last year, but I think he may not be fishing because he's got a lot of zeros right there. And I'm assuming when I see these zeros, they couldn't get out fishing. Speaking of that, were you affected anything in your area with that tank that was going to explode over the last 3 days? I know that Jules says he evacuated, but
no, I had a couple buddies that were kind of had their stuff packed and ready to go, but we're a little too far from there.
So is everybody back home now? Is that put out or contained?
Everybody's home. Everybody's home.
Cool. That was a bummer. If you guys don't know, it's somewhere in the Orange County area. Is that the Huntington area? Maybe no.
No, further inland, Garden Grove, kind of almost by Performance Tackle over that Los Alamitos, Northwest Huntington, over in that Westminster area.
There's some kind of chemical tank that overheated and it threatened to have some kind of major explosion. So the 50,000 people evacuated, and they figured out it was losing pressure. So they let a few back in, and it sounds like they've got it under control now. But
they were even considering evacuating Disneyland at one point. Like, geez.
No, that would be a disaster. Coming in 6th place, we got Brennan with an 11.25. Nice job getting yourself a fish. And their top 5. 5th place, we got Jordan. Let's go, Jordan, with let's say 74. That can't be right. No.
14.
Oh, I'm sorry. 14.75. My set, I got to get a different phone for that. I'm sorry. 14.7. Jordan, you need to send me a picture. This is the only picture I have is of your Crocs. So next time you go on Discord, make sure you include a profile picture, Jordan. But you got 5th place with a 14.75. Nice job, Jordan, getting yourself. That's one fish. That's a nice fish from shore. Coming in 4th place, we got Kevin Keller. Let's go, Kevin.
Nice.
Man, I don't know if you knew this, Eric, but this morning, I woke up this morning and I had a dream that I was drinking the world's largest margarita. Only bad thing was I looked over and there was salt on the rim of my toilet. Sure, I'm glad I didn't eat the worm. All right. Yeah. Finally. Yes, that'll laugh. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, Brian.
I have to have you on more often. Yes.
Do you know how to catch a unique bunny?
Unique bunny? No, I don't.
Unique up on him. You know how to catch a tame bunny?
No.
The tame way, unique up on him.
Nice. I like it when people come here. Oh man. Where does a waitress work with only one leg?
IHOP.
No, you got it. Nice. All right. So you're up on your dad jokes here. All right.
Well, I'll get back to it.
Kevin, 4th place. So top 5, 63.25. And coming in 3rd place, we got Vance with the 70, breaking the Spotty Bear.
Nice.
Vance, that yellowtail, I'm still shocked by that thing. I think I mentioned this last week. Does that thing look like it's almost 6 feet tall or 5.5 feet? Gosh.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I've never seen one that big. I think he said it got a write-up in Western Outdoor Magazine. It was so big. But congratulations, breaking the Spotty barrier, 70.75. What did 63? All right. Coming in 2nd place, shore division. Daniel, 71 inches. Let's go, Daniel.
He's been having a season.
He's having a great season up there.
Yeah.
He's broken the Spotty barrier many times from shore. So, Daniel, keep it up, dude. Let's see if he can keep that going into the playoffs. And coming in, round 6, shore division. LAOC, 1st place. What? Noah Combs. Let's go, Noah.
Damn.
77.
Nice.
Wow, Noah. Here we go. No music.
Nice.
Oh, I love that song, Eric.
Dude, that's a bag.
Congratulations, dude. 77 inches from shore. Wow. I think that's one of the biggest bags ever caught on shore. So congratulations, Noah. That let's see how
good
what that
job.
did for you in the shore standings.
Good job.
So playoffs is only the top 4 because there's only 8 anglers in there. So Kevin, it's going to be a battle for that last spot. Noah creeped his way up. He's 322. Kevin, you're at 321.
Oh, wow.
0.75 inches. Kevin, Noah, ooh, you guys will be battling for that last position. Have a good round, man. You got one more round left. And then Vance with a 341, and Daniel is sitting in the number 1 seed with a 376. And this is how it goes. Round 1, the number 1 seed gets a bye, 2 versus 3, and that winner faces round 1 in the final round. So, all right, Kevin, Noah, we'll see next round. See what happens here. But you guys are gonna be battling over that. It's gonna be close.
Hey, quick question: when they go head to head, do they get to fish separate venues, or do they fish the same venue?
No, they can fish anywhere they want. Same day is what we like.
Even in the playoffs?
Even in the playoffs for the shore division. Like
cool.
down here in
Right
the shore division, we only have 2 bays to fish from down here, and they're pretty close, Mission Bay and San Diego Bay. So a lot of the times the shore guys will spend 90% of the time at Mission, but they can bounce over to San Diego Bay the same day. Because it's only about a 15-minute commute between the 2 bays. So
yeah, gotcha.
If Mission Bay is striking out, I mean, that's, I guess, a good thing about shore and San Diego is you can, they're not quite as close for you guys, right? But
right
down in San Diego, it's only about 15, 20 minutes between the 2 bays. So you can fish both in the same day.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. Shore division is cool. All right, weekend warrior division, the biggest division up in LA. If you're new, I guess not if you're new, because some of these guys are throwing out huge bags. But if you're just entering Spotty Bowl, unlike Eric, who just jumped right into Masters because he's a master, a lot of people will start out their first year in here to learn how to major, figure everything out, get your way going, and then move up to the Masters division. But weekend warrior division, round 6, Newport. Here we go. 30th place. Ooh, I'm assuming a lot of you didn't get to fish. Jonathan, Renzo, Steven, Diego, Jeff, Julian, Alfredo, Chuck, Tyler. Ooh, either a tough weekend or you just weren't able to fish. Hopefully it wasn't because you were evacuated. 20th place, we got Mike with 29.5. 19th place, we got Keehan with 38.75. Carl, what? 39 inches in Newport. Carl, I think he just got 2nd place last week. Man, Newport must have not been good to you, Carl. 17th place, Orlando with 51.25. 16th place, we got Blake with 52.75. All right, you ready for your big moment, Eric?
Sure.
Go ahead and read the 6 through 15 for me, starting with 15th, David Guzio.
David Guzzi, 53.5. Nara Prum in 14th was 62.75. 13th, Julian Ramos, 64.25. Coming in 12th, Jacob Glick, 65.25.
If you're like me, Eric, I just skipped the last names at this point. I'm terrible.
11, Daniel Ramos, 66.5. Top 10, Caleb Templeton, 68. 9th, Joey Aquino, 72.25.
9th place, 72. What the heck?
Jeez. 8th, Tara Wilson.
Let's go, Tara. Hold on a second. Nice job, Tara. I think that's a PB bag and Spotty Bowl for you. Congratulations.
So is that a 3-way tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, between 7th, 8th, and 9th, right? Because Armando Palacio got 72.25 as well.
Let's go. So actually, all you guys got 7th place, but 72.25 and weekend warrior. Newport was smoking, it sounds like. 6th place.
Those are good bags. 6th place, Paul Versteege III, 73.5. Nice
wow.
job.
Those are huge numbers. That Newport, we're going to find out exactly how big Newport got, but I think this weekend hit us right before this cold front came in. I'm wearing a sweater up here. I don't know what's up like there. It looks like you're wearing a flannel.
Yeah,
but
it was like fall today here.
Yeah, all of a sudden a cold. I wonder how that's going to affect fishing down here for us in San Diego. Like a cold front just rolled in down here. So
my buddy fished the breakwater this morning and said it was 56 on the wall.
What?
Yeah, 56. He said all summer long. The first time he's taking his boat out, he gets out there and It's been 62 all winter, and he just got out there at 56 this
Air
morning.
temperature, right? Air temperature.
No, in the water.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I think
That Palos Verdes pushes down a lot of that cold water, and he said the further he got up towards LA, the colder it got. He said, I pulled the plug at 56 and turned around.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Newport was right around 68, 7. You can find some 70 in the back, but right in that nice kind of spotty zone, that 68 is perfect.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nick Livingston, 5th place with 74.25. Let's go, Nick.
Nice.
Nick's having a great year, man. 74.25. That's a great bag right there. Congratulations, Nick. Coming in 4th place, Weekend Warrior Division. We got Mike Lee, 77. What? Come on, guys. Some of these Weekend Warrior guys, we might be suggesting moving up if you're throwing out a 77-inch bag. Good God.
Yeah,
Nice job, Mike.
That's
Mike's
really good.
Mike's been having a great year too. Congratulations. Roy's in chat. What's up, Roy? Snag, late to the show, but we'll catch the replay probably. That's cool. Hopefully I'll see you out on the water, Roy. Congratulations, Mike Lee, 77. I think that might be Mike Lee's PB Spotty Bowl. So congratulations on that bag. And coming in 3rd place, 78.5. We got Daniel Scott. Wow.
Nice. Dang.
You know how hard you know exactly how hard it is to get a 78-inch bag. So 78,
man.
if you got 4 16s and a 15.5, right? No, 3 16s and a 15 and a 15.5. So it's tough. Trust me, guys, it's tough to get that 78 plus bags. Congratulations. Some big bags coming out of Newport. 2nd place, 78.75. Near Jared. Let's go. Merit it out by 1/4 of an inch to 2nd place. Let's go, Jared. Jared also having a great year. These guys are throwing down. If you're throwing out 78-inch bags, man, it's time to let's get you guys up into the master.
Good for them. That's rad.
That is rad. Congratulations, Jared. I think I may have seen you out there. Congratulations, dude. And your winner for Weekend Warriors Round 6. It's got to be a big bag. If it's bigger than 78.75, your winner is
79.
Let's go, Anthony, of course. 79.5. Holy mackerel. Anthony, congratulations, dude. This guy, I think he's beating most of the Masters this year. We're going to see what his final score is, maybe compared to the year. But Anthony, you're having an awesome year. By the way, guys, Anthony has a YouTube channel. Just watching it last night, Anthony. Low Tide Tony P. That's the name of his YouTube channel. If you want a channel where you just watch somebody that's really good at fishing, fish, and not a lot of talking, Anthony's channel is perfect for you. It is awesome. It's like chill watching somebody that's really good at fishing fish. I recommend going and checking out Low Tide Tony P. Everybody subscribe to it. Check it out. Give him some likes. He's obviously knows what he's doing. He's throwing out a 79.5 bag. Anthony, way to go, man. Congratulations, dude.
That's a jumbo bag. That's all 16s with a 15 and a half for the 5th one. You know what I mean?
It's probably like a 16.5 and a 16.25.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We're going to see it in Spotty Bowl Biggins. Hang out
Wow.
for Spotty Bowl Biggins. You'll see all Anthony's fish. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
Man,
good job.
although you hit that 79.5, I don't know, and you're just trying to break the Mike Brown barrier. You know what I mean? You're so close, but it's so hard to get that 80. It's just, you're so close, and you want to just do it, just to say you've done it. It's a tough bag to get. Congratulations, Anthony. And let's see where we're at in the playoff standings. I know that's hard to read, guys, but this will be posted in Discord. It's kind of small because there's 30 anglers in there. But number 1 seed right now, Anthony is sitting on top with a 382. Let's remember that number, Eric. Let's see where he would have stacked up in the Masters. I think pretty high. 382. Right under him, Nick with a 369, Tyler with a 362, Jared with a 358, Mike Lee 347, Robert 347, and Mike with a 342. And look below that. So the top 7 go to the playoffs, and we've got a lot of 341s. So all the way down, and it's going to be tight for that last position right there. So everybody's
good. That's cool. That's what you want.
That's what you want. You're going to fight for that last spot, right?
Yeah.
But if you get number 1 seed, the best thing about getting number 1 seed is you get that first round bye. You get a chill, and then you fish the second round, so you get a bye. That's the prize for being angler of the year. And then it's 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. That's how the playoffs work.
That's cool.
All right, you ready for your division? The
No.
Masters? After seeing those numbers, right? I mean, my
I'm
gosh,
good.
those 79.
Can we just go straight? Look, can we just go straight to biggins?
All right, here we go. Let's get on the Masters division. Coming in 15th place, we got Keith. I think Keith is not fishing lately. 14th, we got John, Daniel, Tyler. I get out of there. That's your. Hopefully, you weren't evacuating where to fish. Candelero 66.75. Davey Brown 73.25. Brian Rosen with a 75. And there you are, Eric. 8th place, not too bad.
No.
8th place, 75.75. Man, who would have?
Oh, I was stoked to have that.
Oh, I've been stoked plenty of times to have a set. Anybody's stoked pretty much to have a 75, but some of these master guys are just crazy, and some of those weekend warrior guys are crazy. But
I never worked so hard for a 75-inch bag. I was whooped at the end of the day.
how was your day?
I got them, and when I didn't think I would, I got them right out of the gate. And within the first hour and a half, I had all those fish except for one in the last hour. I upgraded a 14.5 to a 15, and then, but the middle of the day, I just couldn't get bit throughout the.
Morning session
got some fish, but they were all smaller ones.
So you fished the morning session?
No, afternoon.
So you started at 1 until 8, and your best bite was in the afternoon, 1-ish?
No, it was yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was right when I started at 1, from about 1 to maybe 2:30, and then.
Was it slack tide around 1? Oh no, I did you fish on Friday or Sunday?
Friday.
Oh, I fished on Sunday. It feels like for me, like slack tide was like 11-ish. I don't know. I've always got my eye on that tide. So first thing, yeah, you never know. That's why when you find them, I'm sure you know this, you have to really start trying to get as many as you can, because that can turn off in like a light switch. You know what I mean?
I was just kind of hiding to get out of the wind, and I'm like, oh, they're biting. I'll stay here, and I'm glad I did, because that's what or else I might not even have had that.
Well, that's a good bag right there. 75.75. Nice job, dude.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Guess what? We must have a lot of ties, because 5th place, we got Nick with a 76-inch bag. Let's go, Nick. It seems weird to jump from 8th to 5th, but you're going to see why, because we got a lot of ties going on in the Masters division this round. All right, coming in 4th place with 76.5, we got Jared. What's up?
Nice.
Jared, I think throwing out his PB bag right there. Is that your PB bag right there, Jared? Congratulations, 4th place, 76.5. Jared's having a good year this year. Good year.
Yeah, he is.
Coming in 3rd place. Here we go, Chet. The 77.75. I love that bag. That's a perfect picture of you, Chet. Chet, congratulations. 3rd place, 77.75. The lucky bag. Nice job, dude. Good bag for you. Coming tied for 3rd. This guy right here. Let's go.
Nice.
77.75.
Nice bag, dude.
I felt like I could have done better, but I'll take it. 77.75. You know,
was it crowded Sunday out there?
Yeah. Well, crowded with pleasure boaters, not crowded with anglers, but a lot of pleasure boaters out there. A lot of pleasure boaters out there. I saw that is it the boat ferry? That thing was fully loaded. Usually it's like 1 or 2 people in that thing. That thing was 2 of those things going nonstop, man. People were out there, man. People were heading to that island. Newport. I love Newport. I think I could have done better, but it is what it is. And this year's not been my best year, but I'm happy to get 77.75. Good back. All right, 2nd place. Or is there a tie for 3rd? 2nd place. Here we go. 79.5. Of course he does it. Cash.
I knew he'd get close to 80. I'm like, I guarantee him and Brett will get close to 80.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah. It's going to be a battle. You, Brett, Cash, Brian, or Dave. It's going to be a battle up there up top for you guys.
It's amazing how consistent they've been, especially Cat. I think Cash's lowest score was like 77 3/4 or something ridiculous. Like that kid's just unreal.
Yeah. Man, when you fish all the time, you get pretty darn good at it. Nice job, Cash.
Good job.
He earns it. It's not given to him. All right, you ready? 1st place?
Yes, sir.
We got a tie for second place. That's what it says right there. Coming in second place also, of course, Brett. I usually don't. I'm not usually like shocked when these guys get these 79-inch bags. They always do. Nice job, Brett. So close to 80, but nice job, dude, holding the baby down. Congratulations, Brett. Second place.
Good job, Brett. All year long.
Oh, we got a question here. I'm going to answer this before we get to first place. All right. Question, Brian. I saw a guy in Newport Sunday in a bass boat. Was that you by any chance? Kind of back a little later in the day. Was it on Sunday? Could have been me. I'm in a little tiny 18-foot Triton bass boat nowadays. The Cool Baits Express, my big center console. I got tired of fishing that thing. It's so massive. So it's not really like a bay boat. So I went out and I just bought a small bass boat, and I'm loving it, man. Don't you have like a 15-footer, 16-foot bass boat?
Yeah, just a little
Bayliner?
15 whaler.
Boston Whaler, is that what you have?
Yeah, just a little 15 whaler.
And you don't need something massive for the bay. It's actually a disadvantage, I think, because you can't get into it. The wind wants to push you when you're in a big boat. When you have like the T-top, the wind wants to push you. A little boat like you have and I have, it sits really low to the water, handles the wind good, easy to tow. You can get in the docks and swing around a little better. So might have been me. White bass boat, yes. All right, here we go. Masters Division Round 6 Newport, your winner. Woo. I think we all know who this is.
There's only one left.
Let's go, Mike Brown!
Oh, nice.
Nice, Mike. 79.75. Hang out for Spotty Bowl Biggins. You're going to see what makes this bad. I don't know why that song cracks me up. Mike, congratulations, dude. Got himself an 18 and a 17 in the same day. Come on, man. Leave some big fish for the rest of us. Mike Brown, the Godfather up there, dude, with his nice new boat. Congratulations, dude. That is a crazy bag. 79.75. Although that close, dude. That close to the Brown Bear, which is named after you, dude. So nice bag, Mike. The new boat
congrats,
working
Mike.
well.
That's awesome.
Broken the new boat proper.
So he had a 17 and an 18, but he must have had 3 good ones with it too, like decent ones.
Man, we're going to find out. We're going to see all those. Let's go over the standings. So Brett Wilson, I'm sure you're interested in this. Brett Wilson taking over the #1 position from you. I think you were in that you were in that #1 position last session. So Brett taking that. And look at how close it is between you through. Brett is 2.75 ahead of you, 1.75 ahead of Cash. So, dude, I expect Eric you to fish really hard and take that #1 spot to get that buy. You want that buy, right? That means, you know what the great thing about the buy is? No Huntington Harbor.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Whoever gets the buy doesn't have to fish Huntington. Huntington's round 1, and that. That's a tough one. Okay, then we got
at that place.
Mike Brown doing good, sitting right where he normally does, right there in the hunt. He's not too far out. 10 inches, maybe. That's pretty. Mike, you're doing good. Nick, Davey Brown's in there. Jared, 368. Oh my gosh, and I'm right below. I don't know.
Ooh.
This may not be my year, Eric. It'd be the very first time in any of the Spotty Bowls I haven't made the playoffs, and I don't think it's
4 inches, 364 to 368.
Yeah, it got a 4-inch lead on me. Jared, I'm gonna try my hardest, but I'm sure Jared's gonna try his hardest. But
that's doable.
That's the main battle right there is between, I think, me and Jared. I think the other playoff positions are pretty locked in unless Davey has a major choke. I don't know what your guys' mulligans are, but that's gonna be fun seeing what happens. I'm excited to see how these playoffs turn out, and let's get on to the funnest part of this show. If you caught a fish 15 inches or bigger, it'll automatically put in a Spotty Bowl Biggins. Let's get through these things. We're almost at 2 hours. Thank you, Eric, for hanging out so long.
You ever have pickled quail eggs?
I can't say that I have.
Oh, it's so good. I make them myself. They're so good.
Pickled quail eggs, huh?
Oh,
Interesting.
if you're ever on the water, hit me up. I always have them on the boat.
All right, that's got to
I'm
leave
bringing a jar to judge at the next awards.
Just don't be in an elevator and burp with one of those things.
Exactly.
You're gonna clear it out of there, man. If you ever turn over a kayak, you can wear it on your head because it's been capsized. There you go.
It took a while.
All right, that's all right.
Nice one.
All right. Julian 15-incher, no hints on that, but he does have some kind of weird pedal drive I'm not used to right there. Nice job. Vance 15 from shore. Let's go. It's so satisfying when you catch a 15-inch from shore because it's tough to do and it's rare. And when you finally hook into one at shore, you're like, oh man, this is incredible. And you got to be able to bounce them over a wall or the rocks. It's just not easy to land those things. Orlando 15-incher fishing at night right there. It's nice looking bump board, clean, all marks perfect on it. Nice bump board, Orlando. Looks good. Jacob 15.25.
Nice.
Yak Attack board. Trying to see if there's any. Looks like, is he in a float tube? No, kayak.
Yeah.
These guys are hiding everything from me. There we go. Here we go. Daniel with the 15.25. It's got a bait on there. It's like a cool bait. Oh, and that's the fish. That is a Fish Lab bait right there. That's the winner of that. So there you go. You measure with a glove or bare hand?
Barehanded.
Oh, what's your hand
I
look
pay
like?
the price for the week after.
I know. Gorilla hand, right? It's like I can reach into a fire pit and grab a log and adjust it. No problem. My hand's so beat up. It's like I literally have an UV glove built in now. Caleb with a 15.25. Nice fish. Avier with a 15.5. Looks like two of them. I don't know why I don't have two of them down there.
Nice.
Maybe a 15.5 and a 15, it looks like. No clues. Wait, did I see a dry erase marker? Sharpie. All right. Tara with an incredible bag. Congratulations on that. Breaking the spotty barrier right there. Fishing at night. Man, that's a cool grip too. It's got the pinky kind of. How you doing that? Finger underneath? What the heck? Anyway, got that spotty held down good. And I do like the boots. Nice job. Armando with a 16. Dang, that thing's long and skinny. Nice job, dude. So you got a Yak Attack box
that's
on
a
there.
healthy one.
What's that blue handle right there? Is that the rudder handle? Must be. Oh, you're not a yak guy. Daniel from shore. Ooh, fishing from the Rip Rap. 15.25 and a 16.25, huh?
Nice.
He's usually fishing from somewhere else. I wonder if he found himself a new spot. Nice job, Daniel. Davey Brown from Akuma. What's up, Davey? Are you in here right now? Davey Brown, 16-incher. Looks, I see on the very top, you can see a crankbait up there.
Mm-hmm.
Very top. Nick Livingston with a 16, 15.5 and a 15.25 and a 15. Nice job. Got himself the Hobie 180 drive. Oh, there we go. There's a hint right there. So he's fishing purple. I've seen a few people fish purple this year. You got any specific swim bait colors you like?
Not really. I'm kind of like with you. I like that green pumpkin.
Green pumpkin, yeah. I'd say the most popular is probably like a natural shaddy kind of colors, but I've seen some people fishing purple. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, 15.25 with the cleanest boat award.
Wow.
Look at that deck. How's yours is like a wood deck though, huh?
Yeah, it's got some teak on the front anchor hatch, but yeah, that boat's spotless.
Spotless. Nice job, Bill. Keeping track of that. Let's see how long it stays like that. I know it's a new boat. Keep it up, Bill. It's looking good. Looking real good. Noah from the beach, 16.25, 16.25, and he got a 77-inch bag. Man, I'm trying to figure this out because it looks like beach sand. Beach. It must be Newport. It's the only place that has like that kind of stuff, huh? That's interesting.
There's a couple beaches in Huntington, but they're usually not that great.
Yeah, well, whatever beach he's fishing from is pretty darn great. A pair of 16.25s out of it. Nice job, Noah. I love trying to figure out the shore division guys. Especially up there, they could be fishing anywhere. You guys, what, 4 bays up there?
Yeah, that's prime real estate.
Nick, 15.25, 15.75, and a 16. Looks like fishing from the. Nick does fish from the. Is it a bass tracker? Maybe a red bass tracker.
Yep.
Mike Brown, here we go. 17, 18, 15, 7, 5. So he must have two 14s in there. Mike, you couldn't get one more 15 to get that 80-incher? Dang, that is a sweet fish right there. Look at 18. And I asked Mike in the Discord if you got a weight on that, and he said he didn't have a scale in the new boat. Dang, man.
That's probably why I bet you he won't put a scale in his boat after that either.
Put a scale. I need to know if somebody catches an 18 if it breaks 3 pounds. I guess is that one's right around 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Right at like 3.04, something like that. Right at 3 pounds would be my guess on that thing. Because Frank's was an 18.25 and it was 3.11, but it was a little, I don't know. My Frank's seemed like it was maybe a little fatter. That thing is a giant though. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have that giant.
Spotties aren't very photogenic.
Well, I always go by it because a lot of us use that same hog trough bump board, and if it goes past shore to shore, I call it, if it's bigger, wider than the bump board, it kind of gives it some scale. Like when you go to a normal 15, let's see if we can find another picture.
Here,
Chet with a 16, 15, 16.25. Like, see how that 15, that's a different bump board though. Chet, nice bag, dude. Oh man, you just needed to call out. You needed one more big out of that. Eric, here we go. You got a 15.5, 15.5, 15.25, and a 15. So you had 114 in the mix, huh?
Yeah, 14 and a half.
14 and a half. That's what you're saying, yeah. Is that a lucky watch?
It wasn't on Friday.
Looks like a lucky item. Nice bag, dude. Daniel Scott with a 16, 16.5, 16, 15.5. Nice job, Daniel. No clues that I can see on that. Jared with a 16.5, 16. Man, there's a lot of 15s and 16s out of Newport.
Yep.
Nice job, Jared. Brian, what the heck? All 15s and a 15.25, 15.25. Nice. Brian with an excellent bag.
Those are nice fish. A lot of nice fish.
You look at that, and that's a 75, 75.5. I mean, that's a killer bag, but man, to get that 78, you really need a Mike Lee 70 all 15s and a 16.5. Oh, he's got the right sticker on there. That's why he's winning. By the way, guys, if you want one of these stickers, if you see them on the water, let me know. I have them on my boat, hand them out to you. But if you go down to Fastlane Kayak Center, they got a huge stack behind the counter. Just tell them, hey, I watched the show, and they'll hand you one of these. So Fastlane Kayak Center, you would like a sticker like Mike has on his kayak there. Jared, gosh, Jared, 15, 16, 15, 5, 15, 15. Man, what's that fat one right there? See that one, that 15.5, the top right, the Yak Attack box? That thing's fat. See the difference between that one and the one right below it? They're like the same length, but man, one is significantly thicker.
They're all healthy.
Brett Wilson never leaves a clue. The only clue I found, because I was looking at this, is that he's using 3 rods. You see him? It's the only clue I can ever find. He's got 3 rods there, it looks like. I wonder if it's 3 different crankbaits. Right.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Yeah. He's got to be in pretty good shape to be swimming around that whole time with those fins on, too. Ryan likes to fish. Me choking on my submission for the Star Tournament. That's all right. I'll get some more. 55, 55, 55, 55, 116, but a 15.75, and that got me my 7.775. So I had one extra 15. Think I lost my big fish, but there you go.
Wow, nice bag.
I'll take it. Cash, my gosh, leave some fish for the rest of us. 16, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Look at them all. And one thing I noticed about this picture is at some point Cash's little pinky toe is bleeding. So one of those fish finally struck back at you, huh, Cash? Like, it's that guy again. He's known. Like, the spotties are looking up at the water and they see him and like, okay, whoever gets caught, let's get some revenge on him. Somebody did.
I wonder how many others he went through that day, because those, you know what I mean?
My fish were out of those 6 big fish, I probably only had 15 fish for the day.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a total wide open 30 fish day. Maybe 15-ish, somewhere in there. So not like ton, but where I was, I found big, consistent, big 13, 14, 15, 16s. Not a lot of 10s for me. At least that I remember. Anthony, wow, let's go, Anthony. It's got the secret microfiber rag on there. You got one of those? You got to have one of those.
Oh yeah, for sure. Multiples.
I've stared at this picture too, and I was trying to figure out. Look at that bottom picture with that little round blue thing. It looks like he's going to give the fish a defibrillator or something. And I remember once Adobo showing me this glove. That I think that's what this is. That is a little magnet that sticks like on your waist, and you put the glove on there, and then when you catch the fish, you just take your hand and you slide it in the glove, and that magnet
I've
comes
seen
off.
those. Yeah.
And then you can. I think that's what it is. Is that right? Am I right, Anthony? And I don't know. That's pretty cool. But nice job, dude. 79.5. That's great. Cash says, I boat flipped on and it sliced my toe and it landed. Oh, but I boat flipped one and it landed and sliced my toe. Yeah. Terrible story is I was fishing with my wife once. I boat flipped one and it flopped around and like all 5 of its like things stabbed her on the side of the leg. Last time she went fishing with me, by the way.
Oh, brutal.
I know. She had to go to the doctor because it's all swollen up and everything. It's terrible. I think me and you have built up an immunity to these spotties. You know what I mean? But I think if
keep
you're
some
like
hydrogen peroxide in my truck for afterwards, and I just take a bath in that stuff on my
yeah,
on my
it's not a
hands.
bad idea. I've shown some gnarly pictures. Cash, make sure if you ever get cut like that, you always clean it immediately if you can. It's not bad to have like an alcohol wipe or peroxide or something like that in your boat, or even whatever you can to clean it.
You can get staph real easy.
Big fish, let's go. Mike Brown, the 18-incher. There it is. You can see it close up. Let me take the chat off so you can see it in its full glory. 18-inch. What have you got an 18-inch in your lifetime yet?
Yeah, I got one. I got one before round 1 this year. I got an 18 1/4.
This year in Spotty Bowl or before round 1?
No, before I was practicing in Alameda.
Nice.
So it went 330.
Oh, really? 18.25 at 3.3, huh?
Yeah.
Send me a
what's
picture of
funny
that.
is I did like a little mock 5 fish submission because I got a new phone and stuff. I go, hey, I'm gonna go practice. Do you mind if I do like a little dry run? And he's like, sure. And the judge said, cool. And I submitted it. And he's like, geez. I'm like, gosh, I wish I would have got this next week.
1 week early, eh? That's how it always goes. Yeah, they're rare. I've caught one in my life, so they're rare. They're rare. So congratulations, Mike, catching that rare fish right there. But Eric, man, we're 2 hours. Thank you so much. How's Dad doing? Is he back there? What's up?
Yeah, he's in there snoring, I think.
He'll watch it later. You should be proud of your son. He's doing awesome in Spotty Bowl. I'm proud of him. Congratulations, man. Only your 2nd year, and you're already in the top 3 of Masters, possibly going for that Angler of the Year. See what you can continue that into playoffs. And if I choose Marina Del Rey and you choose Marina Del Rey, hopefully we'll see each other up there. If not, I might be in Newport. Look at who just showed up at the very end. That's all right, Davey. Watch the replay. Congratulations on your bag. You got 1st place, Dave. Nice job, dude. Any last words you'd like to share? Any little piece of wisdom or anything like that, or any advice you can give some of these guys? Coming from Eric, who's got a phenomenal year going. So, what can these guys do to get a phenomenal 78-inch bag like you usually get?
I would say don't try to do too much in one day. Pick two, maybe 3 techniques and stick with it. And the day goes by so fast for 7 hours. You think I got 7 hours, I can throw the whole toolbox at it, but you really can't. So maybe pick something that you can pick stuff apart with, and pick something else you can cover water with, and see what works best that day.
If you're, I want to pick your brain a little more. If you're in an area that you're, okay, this area I know always has good fish, and this is my zone, my A spot, and you go there and it's dry, you're not catching anything. How long do you spend in there? Like, say that's your morning spot. Do you spend 2 hours in that zone, or you're like out of there in 20 minutes?
Yeah, maybe 30 minutes at the most.
So
yeah,
if your A spot's dry, don't spend the whole 2 hours there. Move on.
No, especially if you bring enough where you think that you like, hey, if they're not shallow, maybe they're middle, maybe they're deep, and if you've covered that within 30-40 minutes and you still not get anything, bounce.
Are you, when you go from your A spot to your B spot, are you fishing along the way? Or are you hitting A, getting over to B and hitting B, or do you fish in between?
I usually just move. I don't really fish in between. Yeah.
I see some guys that fish basically I see them just fishing the whole day, wrapping around wherever they're at. You know what I mean? And it doesn't seem like so you're an A to B, fish A, fish at B, not in between. because you know your
But I
spot.
don't really fish spots. I'll fish like an area, because those things move around. They
Yeah.
move so much that you may say, hey, I've got this one cove, for instance. It might be on the entrance to the cove. They might be in the back of it. They may be just around the corner from it, but so I don't like to, hey, this is my best dock. Nah, they got fins, they swim.
Mission Bay is probably the worst for that because you can be fishing in let's just say one dock.
Yeah.
And you go 2 docks over and it's just loaded. Like they're
Right.
all huddled sometimes in one little zone, like little. So
I have an interesting.
you could be right on them, but they're right next to you. You're just 50 feet off. Yeah.
I have an interesting story. One year there was a tournament in Newport where they tagged all the fish at that Back Bay Science Center, which is near the launch ramp. As you're heading back to the launch ramp on the left-hand side, there's a Department of Fishing. So the weigh-in was there. All the fish were tagged and released back there. The very next week, a full week later, my dad and I were fishing a tournament on the backside of Lido in those mooring cams, and I caught one with a tag in it. And it was like 2.24 or whatever it was. It was a 2-pounder. And took it to the Balboa Angling Club, got an official weight on it, wrote the tag number down, released it, went back over to the Science Center to look it up. It was one of the fish released the week before.
No way. It moved that
because
far?
It went, and we knew who the guy was because we went on the weigh sheet and said, who weighed at 2.24? And I called the guy. His name was Norm Dubois. I said, hey, Norm, I think I caught your same fish. I said, I go, let me tell you where I caught it. And I said, I caught it in the backside of Lido next to that old Chinese junk boat right back there. He goes, dude, I caught it right by that. I'm like, no way. Swear, I swear. I swear. So in 1 week, that thing went from the back to the launch ramp to the other side of Lido, right back to where it was.
Years ago, I did a whole show on that. Somebody did a study, not on spotties, but on largemouth bass that, usually in largemouth communities back in the day, it was a weigh-in, right? So you'd put everything in a live well, and lakes were huge, and they'd all basically weigh them and then drop them right at the dock where they weighed them. Yeah. And some of those bass would make it, I'm going to say miles within 4 days, and they would get back to their exact location where they came from. So I don't know if it's smell. Maybe they've just known that lake their whole life, or maybe there's a landmark. I don't know. Maybe the water's different, but yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that about spotties. That's a cool fact.
They do move. Not to say that, they all do that or whatever, but that did happen. So I was like,
oh, we know cool. They move. Guys, appreciate you hanging out, man. Eric, 2 hours. That's one of the longest shows I've ever done. Let me check the comments to see if there's any last minute questions. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button for me. And if you would, leave me a comment. It counts as a like, so I appreciate the comments too. And Eric, thank you so much for all the knowledge. I think these guys have learned a lot from you. I know I have. Crankbait especially. That's a great hint you gave at the beginning there. And hope to see you on the water, dude. And congratulations. Congratulations on the awesome year. And say hi to your dad for me.
Thanks for all you guys do.
Thanks for hanging out. Good night, everybody.